So, is this on?
So now, instead of being on the road to WrestleMania, Becky Lynch is on the road to jail.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with my brother Joe Pisano and Eric Slamilton Hamilton.
We are on the Fastlane. Vroom to WrestleMania.
Man, that's lame.
Yeah. Fastlane.
So lame.
We're in the Fastlane.
You know, it's not always good to be in the fast lane. Sometimes you got to enjoy the sights on the way there.
Hey, WWE, slow down.
Well, what they're giving us, can we go in the ultra fast? Like, I want to be in the HOV lane. I want to be passing all of this.
You want to be on the Japanese speed train.
I want to be on the bullet train to WrestleMania at this point.
I think I'd rather have the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view than Fastlane. That's how much I hate the name Fastlane.
Yeah, it's
what
true.
are they trying to get the NASCAR fan base?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, it was either this or Roadblock.
Right. Which that makes no sense.
No sense.
There's a lot to cover tonight. There's a lot of things to talk about.
There is.
I think the biggest thing I can't wait to get to is the lack of a pop for Stephanie announcing that Becky Lynch can get into the WrestleMania match
Right.
because Charlotte's involved. She goes, and if she beats you, she will be entered into the WrestleMania match.
What?
Well,
And then there was no pop, and then she's like, so it would be.
Yeah.
Right. And then she kept going because, there's no pop because you screwed it up.
Yeah.
Because you had nothing for Charlotte to do, so you added her to this match.
Right.
And once again, the winner of the Rumble has to fight their way. Like, the winner of the Rumble, once again, has to fight their way into WrestleMania.
They have to earn their way back in.
Yes.
Makes no sense.
Which they've done so many times over the years.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They
Speaking
do-
of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So a lot's changed in a week.
That's right.
New camera.
New camera.
New
Do
camera.
we look better?
Do we look in HD?
Can you now tell I'm in my 40s? Probably.
Can you tell I'm a young 29? No, I'm not 29.
Right.
It shows
Why
on
didn't
this
Becky?
camera.
Why didn't Becky just be like, I have a contract that says
The winner of the Royal Rumble.
I'm in the WrestleMania.
Yeah, well, I'm Vince McMahon, and I jizzed on it.
Yeah,
What?
That makes it ironclad. There's a little thing on the bottom. It says, if Vince McMahon.
It's not that little.
That's what he would say.
Yeah. So, like Joe said, we have a lot to talk about. But first, we have to thank 4 new patrons who signed up.
Love it.
So, thank you to Steve Talbot, Ruben Arizmendi, Amber Sparks, and Jamie Gregory.
Fan-freaking-tastic. 4 new supporters, followers.
Yes.
They entrust us with their entertainment.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now we will get into the debate. Hulk Hogan, great or not?
Not.
Oh, wait. We're not going to do that.
No.
That's only a Patreon exclusive.
Yeah. So, these
Haha.
4 people will be able to check that out later this month.
We can,
Or whenever we get to
for
it.
that,
Later this
you
month.
have access to like some podiums, right?
What?
We can go to the Marriott
Yeah, we need like podiums.
or my office.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and bring
And then-
all this stuff.
And then you have to be sitting at a table as the moderator.
Great.
kinda
On
fun.
a separate feed.
If we could do it.
It would
Yeah.
be funny.
On a separate feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew Pisano here, moderating the great Hogan debate.
So if you want to see the Great Hogan debate,
Yeah.
go to patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling.
Right. I'm a
There you
little
go.
nervous.
Coming out later this month.
I'm a little nervous for that because I know Joe is a fantastic. No, fantastic doesn't work. He is a master debater.
I knew it. I knew he was going to do it. I knew it.
I am a master debater.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to not prepare anything because my argument will win. I will clean the floor with you, Slamilton.
Okay.
You are going to be crying at the end to where I'll have to give you a hug, and I won't because I would have beaten you too bad. You'll have to get your hug from Andrew.
I'll give you a
Should
hug.
we invite your mom so that you actually will feel better after you get your ass handed to you at this debate?
I actually.
Yeah.
I get a hug from Andrew after every show.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I leave very quickly.
Look,
I
I'll
wasn't
just
supposed
tell
to say
you,
that.
you know, because, you know, Joe's my brother, so I've debated with him a few times. You have to be loud.
He cowers.
You have to be loud.
You have to be. It's like when a bear's trying to attack you. You have to make yourself bigger.
Yeah.
Talk louder.
If you start making a good point, I'm just gonna start talking like this.
Well, but I'm the moderator, so I will, I'll figure out all the points. I will deduct points.
Yeah. You'll have an air horn.
If you talk, when it's not your time.
You're like, Joe, I just had to deduct 10 more points from you for being loud. On the flip side, you were ahead by hundreds, so it didn't really do much damage.
I mean, thousands, really.
Joe would have won the debate, but he had 1,000 points deducted. And it was 1 point each time he talked. It's crazy. So, let's get to the podcast.
Yeah, let's start it.
The Raw recap. We start things off with Roman Reigns on Raw.
We did not start things off with Roman Reigns.
No?
Right.
What was right before that, Eric?
I don't know.
We had a
preview of.
We had someone pass away.
That's right.
In the WWE universe, Mr. King Kong Bundy. And let me just say that he was a great heel back in the day.
Yeah.
That
Back
was
in
on
the
Raw?
80s.
No. But
It wasn't?
Well, he died during Raw.
Oh, he died
So it
during
wasn't
Raw.
at the beginning of Raw.
Oh, I thought it was. Are you sure?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
I don't think so.
It happened while Raw was on the air. It came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Okay.
That's fine. You're
Whatever.
entitled to that.
Well, anyway, I'll just still talk about it then. Yeah, he was a good heel. He was a big guy. I think he seemed like he was 7 feet tall back when everyone was 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
But he just he's such a mountain of a guy and just kind of had a really good gimmick. And before people were doing moonsaults, like he would do cool stuff that big guys normally couldn't do.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he died at the age of 61. The cause of death has not yet been announced or disclosed or maybe determined. Yeah, so we'll see.
All right.
I heard it was complications with diabetes. But that can mean anything.
Right, yeah. So Roman Reigns comes out. He says last week was the comeback. This week we take our yard back. He says he wants to do one thing, but his brother Seth Rollins stands in his way. So Seth comes out to the ring and tells Roman, seeing you come out last week knowing you won the fight of your life was one of the greatest moments of my career, and I'm going to take that inspiration to WrestleMania and slay the beast. Seth also tells Roman, I know what it's like to vacate a title without losing it, and if anyone deserves an opportunity at Brock as much as I do, it's you, so let's talk about this. But then Roman says, actually, you're wrong. I'm not for that. I know you have what it takes to beat Brock Lesnar, so good luck, brother. However, I need a favor. I want to get the band back together one last time. Ooh. Of course, the fans pop for that. But Seth says anything but that. After what Ambrose did on the night you left, no way, man. Roman then says, tomorrow isn't guaranteed, and I don't know if Dean is staying or leaving, so I want one more moment with my brothers. Seth thinks it over. He says, you know what? You're right. Life is too short. So if you want this, you got it. So then Roman's like, all right, come out here, Dean. Let's hug it out, bro. So Dean's music hits.
Let's all fist.
Let's all fist. He comes out to the stage. But before Dean can say anything, Elias comes from behind and breaks a guitar over his back.
No.
And then Seth and Roman charge the stage, but Elias runs away. And right at this moment when they charge the stage, they show this old woman in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like a close-up of her, like with a shocked face. Like kind of like the, Undertaker Street kid.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, oh. And like, I guess they showed it on the Titantron because everyone in the crowd was laughing.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be this super serious moment of Dean getting beat up.
Yeah.
So Seth helps Dean up, but Ambrose walks away from them. He's like, get away from me.
Yeah, I'm crazy.
I'm a lunatic, and I'm a little fringy. I'm extra fringy today, so be careful.
He was extra
Right.
fringy.
Yeah. So next up we have Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley. What's their stable's name?
Something to do.
See, at this point in Raw, I'm like, am I on like a clip show episode? Like, could they not broadcast so they're doing like a rerun type thing?
Right. So they're facing off against Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, and Kurt Angle. What's their stable name?
Something to do also.
Good guys to do.
And of course, we have Lio Rush ringside. Balor hit Corbin with the coup de grace and went for the pin, but Lio Rush pulled him off. And I guess the ref didn't see this. I don't know. Nicholas's dad, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Aren't you friends with Braun now?
Right. I thought you guys would be tight.
Exactly. So Balor chased Lio Rush, but Lashley picked him up and slammed him into the ring post. Braun then charged at Lashley, but he moved, so Braun hit Lio Rush, and they both crashed through the barricade.
And now Lio Rush is deceased.
He's deceased, yes. And then Lashley speared Balor for the win.
Yeah.
And then after the match, they brought in the steel steps, and Corbin and Lashley double choke slammed Balor on it. Yeah.
Cool.
So, as of right now, Strowman, Balor, and Angle are not advertised for Fastlane.
No, they are not.
Or WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. Well, a lot of stuff isn't advertised for Mania yet.
It's going to be a hell of a 4 matches at WrestleMania.
I know, right? See, like,
What do we know?
nothing.
Seth
I mean,
and Brock.
Maybe if they don't add Roman to it, but
Yeah,
let's
but as
assume
of right
that for a
now,
minute.
that's the match.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely happening.
Ronda,
I don't know if
We don't know
We don't know
that.
that.
Ronda and Charlotte, and maybe Becky.
But we don't know. I'm saying
Right,
we don't know what
right,
that match
yeah.
is just yet. Triple H Batista is assumed.
Right.
Miz versus Shane is
Two
rumored.
stupid battle royals.
Yes.
Like, we just don't know anything.
Yeah.
And we're
Andre
4
and
weeks
Andrea
away from
the
WrestleMania.
Giant, right?
Today is a month away.
Yes.
Usually the whole card is
Tomorrow.
finalized 2 weeks before Mania.
Yes.
I know this because that's when we used to film the Brothers of Bash videos. We would have to wait until 2 weeks before Mania to film it,
Yeah.
to film our WrestleMania preview.
Yeah.
Was that a spoiler alert?
Maybe.
Maybe.
So yeah, the bad guys stand tall. Backstage, Charlie Caruso interviews Heavy Machinery, and she tells him that the locker room cameras caught some of the other tag teams talking about you.
I hate this.
And they cut to earlier today, and first we hear Zack Ryder and then Victor of the Ascension. Take a listen.
Guys, he looks like Chris Farley in an SNL skit gone bad. We saw him at the gym earlier, though. He's insanely strong.
Of course he's at the gym. He's a dumbbell.
So that happens.
So a few things just cleared up. There's a locker room reserved only for jobbers.
yes.
And they just sit around talking about other people.
Yeah.
They also confirmed that they keep cameras in the locker rooms.
Yes.
Constantly rolling.
GTV is back.
That's
GTV.
disgusting. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
3, there's clearly a writer's strike. Because, like, Nicholas is writing these episodes. You're a poo-poo pee-pee head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gold. That's comedy gold.
Or it's just the same stupid writers they've always had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much
Ooh,
it.
He's
Sur-
a
survey
dumbbell.
says.
The real writers have been on strike for 10 years now.
Yeah, he's a dumb bell. So they cut back to Otis, who starts to get emotional and says, "I'm sensitive. That hurt my feelings."
But he doesn't do the weird
No,
stuff.
he's like
No.
breaking character.
He's normal
Yeah.
now?
Like, no, when you hurt his feelings,
Like, he's not...
when you hurt his feelings, he becomes the real Otis. I don't know.
I don't know.
But, like, this is not one of another thing where, like, when Doink the Clown snaps or...
Yeah,
I can't hear anything. What did you do?
Oh,
you messed with
Completely
Joe's
messed.
volume.
Why would you touch things in the middle of the show, Eric?
because my headphones are really loud, especially when you screamed as Doze.
Yeah, like, and then what was it? The Straight Edge Society guy, Gallows,
Yeah,
when he was it that? No, it was
Festus.
before that, when he's Festus, yeah.
Festus.
When the bell would ring, right? He was- like, I thought maybe they were trying something like that, like he's wrestling and he's doing okay, and then like, hey, fatty, and then he
Right.
snaps and then wins. But
Yeah.
no,
Right.
no,
none of that.
He just cries.
He just cries and then wrestles.
Right.
And then does the stupid gimmicky bullshit and then wins with it.
So Tucker promises that they will take each one of those teams out one by one,
Yeah.
and we'll get to that. But next up, we have Natalya versus Ruby Riott.
Okay.
You know what?
Yeah.
Same old Monday Night Raw.
One more Kyrie. Yeah.
I think because we've seen this match 9 times now. So that was Kyrie.
At a minimum.
Well, there's a lot of unfinished business, right, Eric?
That's what
As
Michael
you tweeted.
That's what Michael Cole. Yes, that's what I tweeted. How can they have unfinished business when they've been fighting for 9 months? What's unfinished?
I thought
nothing.
they finished it when they had that tables match.
Yes, when she put her through the freaking table.
And it was like, wow, Natalya finally had a good match.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
Yeah, this is
Leave
done
it.
now.
Leave it.
Yeah.
Nope.
So Natalya wins with a roll-up. Who cares?
Who cares?
Because at this point, you still have to, it's roll-up victories because, this feud has to continue?
Of course.
And then after the match, Lacey Evans does her catwalk as Natalya heads up the ramp.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lacey.
So
Good
clearly,
Lord.
well, we'll get to that.
And that was the best part of the match, was Lacey Evans.
Yeah, that was it.
So backstage, we go backstage where Stephanie's in her standing room only office.
Yes.
And in walk Michael Shea and Colin Jost of SNL's Weekend Update, who are also going to be guest correspondents for WrestleMania.
Whatever that is.
Huh?
I like how every WrestleMania they make up a job for a celebrity to do.
I know.
Like the year that Kim Kardashian was a social media ambassador.
Yes.
Hey guys, WrestleMania.
Right.
I'm a big fan of Saturday Night Live.
Right.
This was awful.
Of
This
course.
was
Like
a
it was
train wreck.
It was these are supposed to be comedy writers.
Yeah.
And they wrote the worst bullshit. It was almost like they were trying to be bad, which made it worse.
Right.
It made it worse.
Yeah.
Like throughout the night, this is just stupid and awful.
Right. Oh.
What do you mean? I'm current with the WWE. Coco Beware. Like, it's what?
Come on. Yeah.
Well, again,
So what are you, a fucking imbecile?
I hate when they have celebrities on that clearly don't watch wrestling
Yeah.
and never have
Yeah.
because it's so blatantly obvious that these two are not wrestling fans.
Right.
Like, it's fine when you have celebrities on that actually enjoy wrestling and
I mean, have they even seen
like Ben
Summerfest?
Stiller, like guys like that, right? Like Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart, yeah.
Like they,
Seth Green.
Yeah,
Maria
they-
Menounos.
They're fans, right?
Exactly.
Right.
So Michael Che does a cheap pop for Philly, and Stephanie tells him, "Oh, you learned that from Mick Foley," and then he pretends to know who that is.
Right.
He's like, "Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that one guy.
He's my favorite wrestler guy." And then Colin Jost says he can't wait for WrestleMania in the greatest city in the world, New York, and he puts on a Mets hat.
Son of
Of
a
course,
bitch.
the Philly crowd hates it. They boo
yeah.
him. Later, the two idiots are walking around backstage. They walk by EC3, who is back to looking at himself in the mirror.
Spraying himself with tan or oil or
Spraying himself with something.
And Colin Jost is like, "Oh, I think it's vodka. Someone kill me, please." So then Titus O'Neil asks for a picture with Michael Che, but he doesn't care about Colin Jost.
Because who does?
Then No Way Jose walks by with his coked up conga line, and Michael Che wants to join them, but Jost says, "Hey, we have to remain unbiased."
I didn't know you liked a conga. No, they got Coke.
No, I just want to leave.
Just get me out. I'm hoping this is one of the conga lines that leaves the building.
And then what else happened?
This is so bad. I think we'll get back to them later.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So we don't want to, bore everyone with that.
Strowman thing was just awful.
I think people are looking for the skip 15-second button
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
right now.
So next up, Triple H comes out to the ring, and he
Oh.
says, "Hey Batista, how dare you beat up Ric Flair? That's my job."
Pretty much.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Remember when I murdered him?
I did way worse.
I
Batista.
love this man so much, I murdered him.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Batista, I did a way better job of beating him up.
Yeah.
So as Triple H walks to the ring, they play an Instagram post from Batista saying, "I won't be there tonight because I just don't like Philly. Maybe I'll be on Raw next week in Pittsburgh. Maybe, but I don't know if I like Pittsburgh either, so whatever." So Triple H gets in the ring and he says last week he was on Raw not for Ric Flair, but
hated
for
this.
Richard Fleer.
Stop! You're a fucking TV show.
I know.
Don't cross the lines.
He crossed the line.
Yeah.
Stop doing it. I hate it. I hate what Ronda is doing. I hate what Becky's doing. I hate that Triple H has to tell us about Richard Flair.
Well,
Which
yeah.
he started fucking up the rest of his thing.
And
he started saying Flair.
This is true.
Richard Flair. I don't remember.
Flair.
He's like,
This is his thing now. Remember, he did it with Taker and Kane. Yeah. You grab a GoPro, put on a mask, and pretend like you're a monster. Wait, so he's not Kane?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Wait, he's not He's not an undead wizard.
Yeah, and then Sean, ain't none of us running for mayor. You know, and it's just like, oh, come on, man.
I just think this is dumb. Don't do it. Don't cross the line. You're a TV show. Be a TV show.
Right.
You want to be a real show? Be MMA.
Yeah.
Then you can say whatever the fuck you want. It's reality. But
Exactly.
you're not. But you're not. You're not. You're not.
Yeah.
You're a TV show.
So this is what Triple H had to say about Ric Flair or Richard Fleer or whoever the fuck he's talking about.
He was there by my side at my wedding. I was there by his side. Well, at a couple of, I couldn't make all of his weddings. It's a big commitment.
He was there.
He says that, and then he follows it by, and then I was at the funeral of his dead son. It was like,
Yeah,
that was weird, like a slapstick, like the funny joke. It was funny.
Yeah.
Then he goes right into that. It was like,
He was there at my wedding trying to fuck my bride.
Well, and then, like, once again, they're using Flair's son for storyline purposes. Again.
Can his ghost come haunt anybody and be like, keep me out of the fucking story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
I just don't like that Rick is okay with it. You would have to think, I don't know.
Is he okay with it? We don't know.
They're like, hey Rick, here's a check. Can we mention your dead son?
I got bills.
So he says the two of them were by each other's side for the best and worst times. Hunter then gets choked up, mentioning Rick almost dying in the hospital back in 2017.
Yarp.
And he says he wanted to give his friend one more moment of glory in the ring, but it was ruined by, and he almost calls Batista a piece of shit. He's like, it was ruined by that piece of... Oh, right, PG. He then mocks Batista for always being a quitter, but he couldn't quit this time, so instead he attacked a 70-year-old man. And Hunter tells Batista, I'll fight you anywhere, I'll come to your house, or you can come to mine, have some balls, and show up.
It's not something we're selling. It's not something we're putting out there. This is no characters. This isn't a name on a marquee. Yeah, Triple H is who they know. That ain't who you're stepping in with. When you stand face to face with me, and I don't give a crap where it is, you look in my eyes, you ain't looking at the character, you are looking at the man. You are looking at the man, Dave. Look me in my eyes like a man if you can. Stand up to me. Tell me what you want, and I will give you everything that you want. You want my attention, Dave? You've got it.
I'll fight you anywhere, anytime. Points to sign. Especially at WrestleMania.
More exclusively
for the last match of the night.
Only WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I hate you so much, Dave. I'll fight you anywhere, but if we could.
If we could wait.
It'd be really great
like a month.
if we could do it at WrestleMania.
I'll come to your house. You'll come to mine. But if we can wait till New York. Are you going to be in New York that weekend? You will. Okay, cool. We'll have dinner the night before. And then we'll fight at WrestleMania. All right. Because I hate you.
You didn't mention it, but I liked his thing about, what's your promo? Bad guy 101. Oh, I don't like this city. I don't like the other city.
Again, stop crossing the line.
Yeah, exactly.
You're crossing it too much.
Right.
You're crossing it too much. I hate it. I'm not going to write you a storyline that says you beat me or I beat you. That's basically what he's like. That's the next thing out of his mouth.
Right.
But in reality, I'm going to write that I beat you.
Right.
Yeah.
Because...
And I'm going to sell your power bomb because it's a stupid move.
Yeah.
I'll come to a Hollywood set. Oh God!
But still, I know it's annoying, but
it's not often though that a legend comes back as a heel and then loses a big match. I'm telling you, that's kind of a weird thing.
Easy with the term legend there.
Oh, come on! I mean, he's a Hollywood star now.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say he's
he
a
comes
wrestling
back to be a bad
legend.
guy to lay down.
he's definitely a WWE legend. He is.
No.
I mean, according to WWE, he
He's
is.
like a 4-time champion.
calm down.
Okay.
He'll be in the Hall
He's
of
a
Fame.
Royal Rumble winner.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Are you a Royal Rumble winner?
You don't
He's
know
a
my life.
two-time Royal Rumble winner.
Yeah. He won it. Oh,
I
God,
am.
right.
I am. Thanks for reminding me.
No, Dave Batista.
So,
Dave.
clearly,
David.
if you're interested in joining the Dave Batista fan club, Joe is president and CEO, so hit him up.
Because I called him a legend.
Because you're like gargling his balls, basically.
He's
You're
the
like,
greatest
"Aw."
wrestler of all time. No one fucking ever said anything that he's
All
not.
right, here we go. The Great Batista debate.
Yeah. He's the best. You're the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, Triple H should have also called him Bautista.
Bautista.
You know, by his real name, too.
Yeah.
So you can
Okay,
really
Dave
break all the kayfabe
Bautista.
you want.
Surprised he didn't call himself Paul.
Right. That,
right.
Again, he basically did.
He's like, you're not dealing with Triple H. I'll go by my real name, Hunter.
Hunter Levesque.
Hunter McMahon.
Hunter H.
Right. Paul Levesque hyphen McMahon. Listen.
Yeah. I mean, it was still a strong promo. You know, Triple H is really
Yeah,
doing the
I
mic.
mean,
especially that end clip that we
Like,
played.
clearly he should be writing everyone's promos. But I completely agree with Joe. Stay off the crossing the line.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't bring the real world into it. It's a TV show.
Right.
It's make believe.
I can't believe that Lightning and Thunder came from The Undertaker at home in Death Valley, California. If you're telling me about fake promos and Instagram posts.
Right, exactly.
And Richard Fleer.
Fleer.
Fleer. Like Fleer baseball cards.
Yes.
So
spelled a little different.
next up, we go backstage where Charlie Caruso. By the way, she was on the show more than anyone this week.
was.
Charlie Caruso
She had
was
like a good hour.
all over the show. She interviews Stephanie, and it's the first of 2 Stephanie interviews.
Yeah.
With Charlie Caruso. And Stephanie says Becky's charges have been dropped and her 60-day suspension is lifted. Huh? What? Why? She also says that she invited Becky to Raw tonight to sign a hold harmless agreement. And then she explains what that is. Since Becky isn't 100%. Once she signs that, it'll be Becky versus Charlotte at Fastlane for the vacant Raw Women's Championship.
Yeah, they could have done that weeks ago. Becky, we need to hear from your doctors, or just sign this.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're good.
Here you
It
go.
makes no sense.
Do I need a witness? No.
No, just sign it.
Notarize? No.
Well, later she says we have to get this notarized, and it's like, really? This fucking Word document?
Yeah.
Right.
We'll just have
This
our
clip art?
We'll just have our attorneys look at it. Tommaso, come
Yeah.
out, please.
So yeah, 2 SmackDown stars are fighting for the Raw title.
Yes. That's wrestling for you.
And she doesn't explain why they dropped the charges and why
No.
the suspension's lifted.
Yeah, no.
Just because fuck Ronda? It doesn't make none of this makes any sense.
Because Ronda put the title on the floor, and like the American flag, you never
Ever.
put the title on the
so
floor.
what? Alexa can't fight for the title?
Nope.
Hey, what's wrong with Alexa Bliss?
Why would they all of a sudden love Becky just because they hate Ronda? That makes zero sense.
Exactly.
Also backstage, Roman finds Dean and tells him, let's talk, but Dean says he has to get ready for his match and he walks away. We'll come back.
They keep interrupting him. He wasn't properly prepared, and then,
Exactly.
look what happens.
Next up, we have a tag team gauntlet match featuring Heavy Machinery beating the B team. Then they beat
Ascension.
the Ascension, and then they beat Ryder and Hawkins. And Otis does it pretty much all by himself.
Easily.
And
Yeah.
he beats Hawkins with the Caterpillar.
The Scotty 2 Hottie worm, basically.
It's called the Caterpillar
It's
now.
an elbow drop.
Right.
It's a fucking elbow drop.
It
and
is.
he's what, 4 feet tall? From 4 feet.
Not even that. 'Cause
500 pounds, 4
I
feet
mean-
tall.
Yeah,
your
give a
arms
foot of wrestler
Yeah.
that he's hitting. He drops it from about 30 inches. It's a 30-inch elbow drop. Pin.
Yeah.
That's enough to pin Kurt Hawkins. He hasn't won in decades. This was just dumb.
Yeah.
So
No, it
Heavy
was.
Machinery can't win. So here's a list of jobbers. They should have just had them win against like 100 jobber wrestlers in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Just pin. Guy comes in, punches, pin, punch, pin, punch, pin.
Yeah.
That's what this was.
Right.
I thought you were pushing Ryder.
I mean,
and Hawkins.
it wasn't
I
far.
thought you were going to give them some kind of WrestleMania moment.
You thought what now?
Well, why else are they teaming up? Why else are they talking about the streak?
Because they need
Yeah.
teams. I was at least hoping that Ryder and Hawkins would be first, so that they didn't have to be the third team that lost. But
Right.
no, they're
No.
the last team that
Of
lost.
course they are. Fuck those guys.
Exactly.
So you can't have them be the ones that beat the Revival at WrestleMania, like go like do like a quick like tag team tournament thing, and all of a sudden they
Sure you
qualify.
could, but
They don't win it because Hawkins has to be in the losing streak.
Of
But the
course.
team that won suffers an injury, so they go, who won second? Oh, Ryder and Hawkins. You guys get to fight. So he takes his losing streak to WrestleMania where they win the
Yeah.
Raw tag team titles. Of course, the next night they'll drop them. It's probably like the Miz and someone, but yeah, at least they would have
Because
their
the
WrestleMania
Miz is
moment.
a SmackDown star, and they're just giving
Anything.
their titles away.
It's
to,
Ryder. You have to give things to Miz.
right.
But nope, they won't do that.
yeah, nice fantasy you dreamt up there.
It's better than what they're going to do.
So next up, it's announced that Tori Wilson is the next inductee in the WWE Hall of Fame, broken by ESPN-W. Can you guess what the W stands for?
Is that a thing, though? Is it a thing?
It's
It
a
is.
thing.
No, but I mean, like, was it a thing before this?
They
or-
invented it for this. No,
No, I mean, I thought like as broken by ESPN-W, and then in like another post, ESPN announces broken by WWE. We now have a W in some of our stuff.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
This is just they separate everything now. ESPN.
Yeah, they're dying fast.
Yeah.
They literally are dying fast.
Right. So I was curious as to what the video package was going to show, and it did show her in bikinis, but it also wanted the fans to believe that she was this great wrestler, which she was just not.
So
Yeah.
in roughly 9 years with the WWE,
Yeah.
they're able to show like 7 wrestling moves.
Right.
Well, she also at one point in the package says, "Girls kick ass too,
Yeah.
just not me."
Not you.
But nowadays, have you seen these girls?
And also in the,
Yeah,
in the
none of which could pose for Playboy. I might add.
in the package they played a clip of Cole saying the most downloaded SmackDown superstar on WWE.com. Like what?
You can literally hear a generation going like,
Yeah.
Well, that was back when you
That's
had to
super
download an
specific.
image
yes,
to keep it or see it.
or see
You
it.
had to download a web page, download an image.
Yeah.
Now it's click, click,
Boom.
Right.
right up.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, like, where was her abusive relationship with Tajiri? Why wasn't that in the package? Where were all of her lesbian moments with Dawn Marie and Sable?
Yes.
Where was her dad with the dildo in his underwear?
Yeah, where's where she takes the lollipop out and rubs it on Sable's titties and down her pants and puts it back in her mouth?
Yeah.
I'm almost sure that happened.
What about going
did
in
happen.
depth on that amazing character she had and like, oh, what's your character? I have a dog.
What about when Vince wanted to fuck her and then he took off all of his clothes and then Linda found him and
Yeah.
then he fell over?
That was literally every woman in the 90s.
But like, if you want to put her in the Hall of Fame for being super hot, like, sure, that's fine. But
Yeah.
don't pretend like she was this amazing wrestler.
right.
Was she the first, or did Sable go first and then it was her?
Sable was the first.
Sable was
was
the
the
first. Yeah.
and then
And then they did it together?
And then Tori, and then they did it together.
Right.
Why not even at least show that? They're so PG that there can be like, you know, she was on the cover of magazines and just kind of show a magazine.
Well, you can see very
God.
like very quick in a clip where she's signing an autograph and the Playboy covers behind her.
Yeah.
So you know some kid was watching Raw or SmackDown's like, what is Playboy Tori Wilson? Bang.
In case they don't already do that.
yeah.
Well, kids these days, there's so much porn on the internet. Like Playboy's like literally like the last site visited.
Right.
Right.
Just so everyone knows, we've lost Joe for the rest of the podcast.
Yeah.
Because he's now
I'm done.
looking at Tori Wilson gifs and pictures
Yeah.
on his phone. So don't expect much for the rest of the show.
All right. We
all
got
right.
this. We got this.
So backstage, Charlie Caruso asked Charlotte. Thank you. Yes.
Can we mute his mic?
Yeah, maybe we should
Yeah.
mute everything.
And all of a sudden I'm like,
So backstage, Charlie Caruso asked Charlotte about her match with Becky at Fastlane, and Charlotte says she's going to put Becky on the shelf for good, and then everyone will bask in her glory when she becomes the new Raw Women's Champion.
Charlotte looked great there, I thought.
Yeah.
Her in her street clothes again.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yum, yum.
So next up we have Dean Ambrose versus Elias, but before the match, Seth finds Dean backstage and he opens his heart.
Look, I know we haven't always gotten along. It's no secret. But damn, dude, that's what brothers do, all right? They fight. They fight, and I'd like to think that even through everything, there's always been a little bit of mutual respect between us. And I'll be honest with you, whether we're on the same team or we're fighting against each other, when we're out in that ring together, you are my wrestling soulmate. You have been, and you always will be.
Oh my God.
And then Seth gave him a rose, and that's the end of The Bachelor.
You're my wrestling soulmate.
Damn.
Oh my God. Dean. Yeah. Do you know what he just said to you? The bromance is back.
It is.
Maybe.
I love it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Seth says we got one shot to do this thing the right way, but Dean says, no can do, bro. And he walks away, or he sits back down, like, leave me alone. So Elias performs before the match singing You Know How I Know Him in Philly, which is like one of his best songs I think he's ever done.
Guitar playing's getting better.
It was really good. Yeah. But he says, you know how I know I'm in Philly? Everyone's mother looks like the Flyers mascot, Gritty. And that was really funny. He does that a bunch of times.
I kind of wanted that mascot to come out.
Right? Yeah. Be like, you son of a bitch.
Right?
But of course, Elias gets the win because Dean's back is still injured from earlier. After the match, Seth and Roman get in the ring to try to convince Dean to join them again, but he walks away and he starts to leave through the crowd.
No.
But then Corbin, McIntyre, and Lashley come out and say, we're going to end this right now. So they attack Seth and Roman in the ring. And you know what these bad guys should learn? They should watch the videotape, because the last, 4 Shield reunions have always happened because they're like, you know what? We're going to end this right now. And your other guy hates you, so he's not going to help you.
Yeah.
And that causes the Shield reunion.
It does. Like their fists start glowing.
Yes.
I want to say it's always Dean, though, that's got to come around.
Well, lately.
Yeah.
Because he's hated Seth both times.
Right.
So they attack Seth and Roman in the ring. Eventually, Dean runs back and helps clear the ring. Roman and Seth both hold out their fists. And Seth's like, come on, come on. Dean paces back and forth.
And then he sneaks up behind him and fists both of them.
Yeah.
And he fists his brothers.
And that's it.
And I admit, I popped for this. I loved how Dean sold it. It was really nice.
Mark Pisano.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric doesn't pop for everything.
Oh, my God. Take the insult, Andrew. It's okay.
Can you hit that for me? Oh, look, it's a Shield reunion.
Good job, Eric. Damn, I want to be close to his
yeah, right.
His little sound bites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
That's
over
true.
I'm over the
That's
Shield.
a great point.
It is. They break up, they get back. We're tired of it.
It's better than Seth and Dean feuding.
Next week.
I know, but they just started. I mean, again, this doesn't really make a whole lot of continuity sense. But
Joe,
whatever.
what time frame can you give me on a lock for a new Shield t-shirt next week? Lock of the day, lock of the
put it
week,
out yet?
lock of the year.
You would know. They haven't put it out yet?
No.
How is it not out already?
Right.
Yeah.
Rollins already has a new shirt.
Yeah, and you fucking bought it.
No, I didn't. Wait until Mania.
Exactly.
I have to be in the newest shirt when I meet him.
Yeah, I know.
Otherwise he's going to think I'm an asshole.
Right, exactly. So anyways, next up we have Tamina versus Sasha Banks. We said last week that this match would happen.
Yeah, Tamina won. Next match.
We also said that Tamina would win.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Shield thing closed Raw.
No. Of course
Right,
not. No.
right.
So Sasha put Tamina in the bank statement, but Nia pulls Tamina out of the ring.
There's another 2 hours left.
Once again, the ref does nothing.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. Bayley attacks Nia, but she gets taken out. Sasha jumps on Nia, but then when Sasha gets back in the ring, Nia grabs her leg, and Tamina hits an awful super kick for the win.
For her first singles match win since
Ever.
2005?
Ever is correct.
No, it's 2005. She was an indie wrestler, and she had a win there.
God, that's
Yeah.
14 years ago.
14 years.
How old was she back then? 30.
That was
No, I was just kidding.
was going to be my trivia. But,
Right.
next up, we have more SNL skits.
No, you don't.
These are as funny as SNL. So,
Pretty much.
I mean, your average SNL skit.
These guys aren't funny on the show on SNL. So
They have like a
certainly weren't
moment
funny
every
here.
like 3 months.
So they're walking around again. Michael Che has to take a dump, so he leaves Colin Jost by himself. Braun Strowman then walks up and tells Jost, "You're a funny guy." But then he grabs the Mets hat and throws it on the ground. Colin then asks Braun, "Hey, I want to ask you, is any of this even real?" So then Braun grabs Colin by the throat and lifts him up while pressing him against the wall and yells, "What do you think?"
And then Colin passes out, kind of.
Well, he's like
The worst acting.
like he's
like-
getting electrocuted or something.
Oh, just the worst.
And then we go to commercial, and when we come back, he's still up in the air. Like 3 minutes
Right.
later, he's still choking. He's choking to death.
Yeah.
And then multiple people are yelling at Braun to let him go, so he does. And then Michael Che comes back. It only took a couple minutes to take that shit. And he says, "Oh, from now on, we always use the bathroom together.
Okay.
From now on, leave. From now on, don't go to WrestleMania.
From now
please."
on, we should all go to the bathroom together when Colin Jost and Michael Che are on Raw.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Revival versus Ricochet and Aleister Black, this time for the Raw tag titles, because they earned an opportunity by beating the champs.
They did.
That's
the way it works.
So Bobby Roode and Chad Gable come out to watch ringside. Ricochet tosses Dash out of the ring, so Roode and Gable attack him and Dawson, causing a DQ finish. Roode and Gable get in the ring and start yelling at Black and Ricochet. A fight breaks out, but Roode and Gable get thrown out of the ring. And then Black and Ricochet do their cool backflips together.
And show the Avengers logo.
Pretty much, yeah. But what's going on with Roode and Gable? Are they turning heel now?
Right.
They were heelish on this, for sure.
yeah.
I guess. They have nothing to do with anybody.
You can't have two faces versus a heel team in a triple threat.
I don't understand
Has
why
to
they
be
can't
two
develop
heel
storylines.
teams
Why?
versus a face team.
Aren't there like 30 writers or more in WWE?
I don't even
Why
know.
can't you be like, hey, your job is to develop a story around
See,
this
that-
guy?
that's-
your job is to develop a story about
That's
this guy.
the thing. There is literally one writer for this show.
Vince,
Yeah.
Kennedy, McMahon.
Poison.
And there's so much poison. Next up, Stephanie comes out with the Raw Women's Championship. Then Charlotte comes to the ring. And then Becky comes to the ring, still using a crutch. Becky signs the hold harmless agreement, but then we see Ronda Rousey arriving to the arena, and we go to commercial.
What the shit?
Yeah.
Why do you go to commercial? Like, oh, Ronda's here. Look at this commercial.
We're leaving.
Yeah. B, why couldn't she show up in like a fucking monster truck or something?
Because, well, I'll tell you, because that's a babyfacious thing.
Well,
And that's not what's happening here. So when we come back, Ronda gets in the ring and says she never vacated the title and demands that Stephanie give it back to her. So Stephanie, who earlier in the night showed that she hates Ronda Rousey, she's reinstating Becky because she hates Ronda Rousey. Ronda comes back and Stephanie's like, "Oh, here you go, champ. Here's your title back. Yep, it's yours." Stephanie then says Becky and Charlotte will still face each other at Fastlane, and if Becky wins, she'll be added to the title match at WrestleMania. Ronda then tells Stephanie that she makes this company so much money that she can do whatever she wants, and she'll never be fired, so Ronda goes rogue.
I did everything I could to respect this business. I worked my ass off, and I exceeded every expectation. I poured my heart out and sacrificed my body for your entertainment. And what'd you do, huh? You put me at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, my home. You cheered for Becky while I'm out here working my ass off to entertain you. And you know what? No, I am done pretending. I am no longer here to entertain you. I would break Charlotte and Becky's noses if I so much as sneeze in their direction, and you know it. No, I am not your dancing monkey. Not anymore. Damn your fantasies. Damn the man. Screw the woo. And no more Mrs. Nice Fit.
No more Mrs. Nice Bitch.
yeah. Those are
my
contradictory.
God.
Andrew, come on. She had to turn heel.
Well, no, she did.
Shut up. That's not why I'm upset here.
Why? Because it was horrible?
Yeah.
I've been saying that she
Screw
needs
the
to,
woo.
I've been saying she needs to turn heel.
I'm doing everything I can to respect this business. Oh, like call people's finishers fake?
Yeah.
and say, I don't care what the script says.
Yeah, that was the whole Twitter thing that they did. It was so stupid.
We'll get into
So
that
dumb.
later.
But again, she's like, "You guys booed me out of the Staples Center." Well, you're in Philly, first of all,
Right?
You're in Philly, so they didn't boo you out. And I just don't like how it was done. I like what happened after this because afterwards, she kicks Charlotte and then she beats the fuck out of Becky.
Yeah,
She
With
puts
like some real punches.
yeah.
Ish.
well, it's
It
funny
looks good.
because as I remember, because I was there and you were there at the
Right.
Rumble in Philly.
Yes.
when she debuted
the biggest pop.
ever. Well, not ever.
It
But
was the biggest
It was
pop.
huge.
It was a huge pop, of course.
It was.
Yeah.
The place went nuts.
Right.
You booed me in Staples Center.
Yeah.
What?
I know. So that was weak. I didn't like the reasoning that she turned heel.
Yeah.
But she puts Becky in the armbar multiple times, and then she puts her foot on Becky's face while holding up the title while Charlotte watches from the ramp.
Yes.
Then Charlie Caruso interviews Stephanie in Gorilla, who says Ronda showed her true colors by attacking an injured Becky. She's the animal I've always said that she is. She's going to get what's coming to her. Caruso asked like 2 follow-up questions.
yeah.
Like this interview just
I think
won't
the
end.
time. I think the time was still. They still had time.
Right.
Yeah. I
They were
think
just
so.
killing time.
But this fucking interview won't end.
it was
They,
awful.
And why was Stephanie look like she was about to cry?
yeah, I don't know. It was weird. So eventually they cut back to the ring, and the audio cuts out while Caruso is talking. But then you could hear a stagehand yelling, "Ronda, hold up the title! Hold the title up, Ronda!" And she holds it up. And then after the show went off the air, Ronda continued to attack Becky while yelling about their stupid Twitter war. I didn't like, damn your fantasies. What? Your fantasies?
Yeah.
I don't like the kayfabe break.
Damn the
but-
man, screw the woo.
But I liked the heel turn.
I like the heel turn.
Why do you not like the reason? That's why everyone turns heel. The fans turn on them. So they turn heel. The reasoning's fine.
The fans didn't really turn on her.
They 100% booed the shit out of her at Staples Center.
Yeah. When was that?
Whenever it was.
Yeah. You
They
don't
boo
know.
her every time she comes out now because of Becky.
No,
What do
they
you mean?
don't.
100%.
100%.
They always boo her now.
100% of the people boo Ronda Rousey.
No, 100% I'm right that they always boo her now.
He's right.
Yes.
Don't debate America.
Joe's always right. Don't you
debate
dare
him.
ever argue with Andrew.
Nope, I believe that says
Don't-
Andrew on the song.
I didn't write the song.
Oh, I didn't write the song. I just gave them everything they needed to write the song.
Wow.
Tune in later for Joe and Andrew's Twitter war.
It's not going to be a Twitter war. It's going to be a street fight. No, I didn't
In
like.
Andrew's bedroom, on the mattress, socks only.
I didn't like the promo. That's all. I didn't like the
Yeah.
promo.
I got you. I know. And again, I hate the breaking kayfabe.
Damn your
stuff.
fantasies. Screw
Right.
the woo.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like that. I thought it was lame. And
least
now, as Eric showed us, she's selling those T-shirts on her website.
Oh, yeah. On RondaRousey.com, there's 3 shirts. One says screw the woo, one says damn the man, and the other one says no more Miss Nice Bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was all planned out. It was so obviously a written promo that's like the issue. I think.
Right.
I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
But I like how
Moving
she
on.
beat the shit out of Becky. Although they keep humbling Becky. They keep making her look shitty.
Right.
So I don't know.
Maybe it'll make her WrestleMania win look that much better.
Will they didn't do this to Stone Cold. He didn't get murdered week after week after
Right,
week.
Exactly. I was telling Andrew earlier, we're both fans of the show The Office, and there's an episode where one of the characters, Andy, he has a plan to get his job back. It's a secret plan. So he goes back to the office in disguise as like a janitor, begging for a janitor job. And as the episode progresses, he gets more and more decrepit, like his hair gets messed up. He looks like he vomited on himself.
Yeah.
And that's what Becky is. Like every time I see her, she's like limping more, and then like this arm doesn't work, and it's like she's gonna be rolling in like a wheelchair. The go home show to Mania.
Yeah.
And then she'll be cartwheeling to the ring at Mania.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
How the hell am I ever going to win with all these injuries?
Right.
There's no chance.
Oops. They're not real.
No chance in hell. All right, so on to SmackDown. Start things off with Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan tells the fans to shut up.
Oh, whoa.
Shut up.
He means business.
He can't even do that well.
Right.
Daniel, however, starts off strong.
Mr. McMahon was right to replace him. But I can't say Mr. McMahon was right to replace the man who throws out copious amounts of pancakes with the man who eats copious amounts of pancakes.
I thought that was a good line.
Yeah, that was good.
So out comes Kevin Owens, who says, I watched SmackDown at home while I recovered for the last 5 months.
Right.
But watching Daniel act like he was above everyone else was awful. And then you threw out the WWE Championship in the trash. And for me, that was the last straw. So Daniel makes some more fat jokes and says Kevin Owens is lowbrow, just like the fans. So here is Kevin Owens' response.
If you think I'm like these people because I think you're a pretentious jackass, then yep, I am just like these people.
You like the callback to Yep?
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is I lost my train of thought. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So I literally had what I was going to say, and
That's
it
funny.
fleeted away.
Who?
You
just had your
I did. Oh my
your
lord!
little thing. Yeah.
Except I didn't get a cool rebuttal like you did.
No. So Owens also says, I don't have a 7-foot-tall backup dancer, but Daniel says that's because you don't have any friends left.
I remember what I said. What I was going to say.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Owens mentions how that was the last straw, and he said, I knew where I was coming back to after my injury. So is that a thing now? Like, you get injured and like, oh yeah, you can go back to either show, whatever you want.
Well, he said he negotiated with Vince,
Oh,
like to,
So we headbutted him again.
yes.
And then when he was all bewildered, he was like, I want to be on SmackDown.
Yeah. Right.
Fair enough.
So he says, yeah, you don't have any friends left. KO says, you're right, and that's my fault. But I didn't need any friends to beat you last week, and at Fastlane, I'm taking the WWE Championship from you.
No.
Rowan then gets in KO's face, and Owens says, we got a problem, Redwood? And they start fighting, but the double team catches up to Owens, and Rowan head slams him. It's like a choke slam, but he does it from the head.
yeah.
It's weird.
But what we learned in this segment is that babyface Kevin Owens is just as great as heel Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm glad.
No, when he said you don't have any friends left, how much were you expecting Sami Zayn to come running out?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, but I don't think
Owens
that
is
would
like,
have made sense.
I have no friends left?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Because, I think there's a chance. I don't know. I'm making up these stories in my head that would be fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Never happen.
Yeah. Rumor.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah.
Next up, we have Jey Uso versus The Miz. They have a trash talk segment before the match, but it was lame. Jimmy tried to cheat, so Shane clotheslines him, and then Miz got the win with the skull-crushing finale.
Yeah.
Why did Jay? It was Jay he fought.
It was Jey Uso, yeah.
Why did he they were like, oh, Jay was distracted, so Miz won. Like, Miz can't beat a guy who main evented WrestleMania, can't beat a guy who's never been a singles wrestler before.
Right.
Cleanly.
Exactly.
He has to be distracted.
Yeah.
They're the Usos.
But still.
They fight cops.
True. They fight and beat cops.
Yeah.
They kill cops. So next up, we go backstage where Kayla Braxton interviews Charlotte, who messes up multiple times in her promo.
Oh,
and
God,
even
this
pulls
was so bad.
She even pulls a Psycho Sid and says sorry in the middle of it. It was like, oh no, Charlotte, what are you've been doing this way too long to be doing that.
Yeah.
So Charlotte then invites Becky to meet her in the ring later to have a friendly discussion about their match at Fastlane.
Right.
Of course, Becky falls for it. Next up, we have R-Truth's United States Open Challenge.
She's a true face.
Yes, she is. R-Truth mentions his hero, John Cena, again and says, John Cena claims you can't see him, but I see him all the time. He's on my bed sheets, my T-shirt, and even on TV when I'm watching robots turn into cars or whatever.
Yeah.
So he then announces the Open Challenge starts now. And out comes Lacey Evans, who does her catwalk and leaves.
Yeah.
And then Truth says, yeah, she didn't want none. But then out comes Samoa Joe, followed by Rey Mysterio and Andrade. So we have a fatal four-way for the U.S. title with Zelina Vega and Carmella ringside.
What did you guys think was going to happen?
R-Truth with a roll-up again.
Right. and then he would face John Cena at WrestleMania, right? Something like that.
Like Cena answers the open challenge.
Yeah, it's like a WrestleMania open challenge, and it's John Cena, and then
Right.
they just dance the whole time.
You know, I kind of like this ending better.
The second that Samoa Joe came out, I'm like, okay, Samoa Joe's answering this. If he loses, just quit.
If he gets rolled up by Truth,
if he gets rolled up and pinned by
I'm
Truth,
gonna shit myself.
Ask for your release.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you will never get anything ever.
So mid-match, Andrade hit a great sunset.
I'm leaving. Are you going to AEW? I'm going to TNA.
Yeah.
I will be a god.
Mid-match, Andrade hit a great sunset flip powerbomb to Mysterio off the apron. That was really nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zelina Vega then hit Truth with her Hurricane Rana off the apron.
That was amazing.
Remember that?
Yeah.
But then Carmella kicked her in the face. In the end, though, Mysterio hit Andrade with the 619 and went for the pin, but Joe broke it up with a senton and then hit Andrade with a Uranagi slam to get the win and become the new United States champion.
They finally gave this guy a singles title.
Joe, he finally won a title.
And new.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That was a little...
Well, you complained about your ears earlier. I didn't want to hurt them.
And new!
Oh,
thank
there
you.
it is.
All right.
We sounded like enough.
I
That was
don't
great.
care.
I don't give a shit.
So Samoa Joe finally has a title.
Finally, 9 years later.
Who does he drop that to at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
John Cena?
Maybe he doesn't. Don't be so negative all the time.
Zack Ryder.
You're right. He won't defend it. Good call.
He won't even be on the show.
He won't even be on the show.
He'll be in the
Yeah.
Battle Royal if he's lucky.
Yeah.
So Kayla interviews Joe backstage afterwards, and he cuts a fire promo as usual.
You see, gentlemen, it's quite simple. The champ is not one to come out here and do dance breaks. I don't pander to the masses of the unexceptional, and I'm sure as hell ain't a man who loves John Cena. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. No, no, no. All my opponents will find is disrespect for any man who has the audacity to come for the king and his crown. And to all you SmackDown superstars who are gonna lie awake at night, every night, having nightmares about the day that you might step in the ring against me, rest assured, boys, I'll be along soon enough to make you all go night-night.
He has
kinda
a
want him-
serious... Yeah, good.
I kind of want him to fight Cena at Mania.
Well, sure.
Like, I've been
That'd
wanting
be-
that match for a while.
That's what I said 3 minutes ago. But yeah. So my favorite movie of all time. Anybody?
Joe Dirt.
A Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men is what I tell people, but my real favorite is...
Oh, right. Weekend at Bernie's.
No, that's the worst movie of all time. Rocky 3.
Oh, okay.
Right?
yeah.
And he gives off a serious, like, Mr. T vibe here. I loved this promo, you know?
Yeah.
And now I will kill any man who tries to take what I got, you know, like that kind of attitude.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like, what's your prediction for the fight? Let's look at the camera. Pain.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, he should have had a title a long time ago. He should have a main title at some point soon.
Right.
But we'll take
And
this.
again, this is what the U.S. title's about. You know, changing hands on television. And it did last time, too, with R-Truth winning. That was on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. They need a title defended every week. This has to be it.
Yeah.
This has to be it.
Well, when a good guy has it, it usually is.
True.
When a bad guy has it.
He's like, fuck you.
But Samoa Joe's the type of guy
That
that
would do
thinks
it.
he can beat anyone and
Yeah.
would do it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he could do it,
that's
too.
true.
Here's an open challenge. I don't care who comes out that. Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair,
They should come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of
John
them.
C.
Next up, we see the New Day in India. They're just hanging out in India. And they say that they're going to be at Fastlane if they can get out of India.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know.
Big if.
Big if.
And then Byron's like, this is obviously a ploy to keep them away from SmackDown. And then Corey's like, that's why you're an idiot, Byron.
Yeah.
This was genius. They're ambassadors to the world.
Right.
This is great for the WWE. I thought that was a great line.
I guess they were probably like there to promote the next India show or something. They usually have someone go there to do some interviews. And be like,
Sure.
yeah, we're coming there in a few months. So next up, we have Aleister Black and Ricochet versus The Bar. Aleister hits Cesaro with the Black Mass and then dives onto Sheamus. And then Ricochet hits Cesaro with the 630 for the win. In a matter of like 3 minutes, I think they won this match.
Yeah, it was pretty
They're
quick.
winning too quickly.
Yeah.
Black did like a running jump on the second rope, like moonsault
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he does a lot, but like that's
Yeah.
just so smooth.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh my god.
The only hiccup in it, there was a slight delay on the fall, and that was on Sheamus.
Yeah. Fall down,
Always
Sheamus.
Sheamus'
Yeah.
fault. So after the match, Nakamura and Rusev attack Black and Ricochet.
Interesting.
And the Bar joins in, but then the Hardy Boys run out for the save,
None of this made sense.
the 4 good guys clear the
Yeah.
ring. I'm just happy it didn't turn into an 8-man tag. That's all. Like,
I'm just happy that the League of Extraordinary Accents is back.
oh my god, dude! Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Replace Del Rio and Barrett with Cesaro and Nakamura.
Yeah.
Sure.
You got it.
Upgrade.
Upgrade. That's your Little Caesars upgrade for this week.
I'm down with that stable.
Yeah, right.
Sure. The only one that sucks is Sheamus.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this would be great. I would love for these 4 guys.
But every group needs an idiot that you make fun of.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Did you see oh,
Oh, he just got
I
it.
just got it.
What an idiot.
What an idiot. God, look at this idiot.
Look at this idiot.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. That's what Dane Cook says in a stand-up, where he's like, every group has an idiot. And if you're sitting there in your seat thinking, my group doesn't have an idiot,
No,
then you're the idiot.
No, he
Isn't
says
that
the
the
one that
asshole
they,
thing?
they hate and they talk shit about constantly.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, my group doesn't have that.
Then
Okay,
you're
well, it's
the one.
you.
Yeah.
You're the one they talk about.
Yeah, I think it's you're the asshole. If
Yeah.
if you think like, oh, my group of friends doesn't have an asshole, guess what? You're the asshole.
Yeah. There was a sign in the crowd that said Shinsuke Nakamura and Ruby Riott get their hair cut together. I forget if it was Raw or SmackDown.
Nice.
They had
yeah.
like pictures. They got basically the same
hair.
freaking haircut.
Flopped over.
Yeah.
Someone also had a sign that said Final Fantasy VIII is undefeated, and I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? And if anything, it's 7, stupid. Final Fantasy 7 is undefeated, and I still don't know what that means.
Or 9.
But it's better. Next up, we have Mandy Rose versus Naomi. Mm-hmm. And Mandy wins in a minute.
Yep.
As she
Remember when-
should.
Remember when Mandy and
Keep
Sonya
pushing,
couldn't get a win to save their life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now she wins everything.
Right.
I like that they're pushing someone, though, don't you?
Well, they have to. They have
Yeah,
to push
I mean,
someone.
They have to
Somebody.
Someone gets chosen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after the match, Asuka takes out Mandy and Sonya on the stage. Easily.
Easily.
She just beats the shit out of both of them. She's like the Ronda Rousey of SmackDown.
Good to see that neck injury wasn't severe. That was at a house show.
Yeah.
Like yesterday.
Thank God for that.
Thanks, Mandy.
Yeah. So next up, Kayla Braxton interviews AJ Styles backstage, just like last week.
Yeah.
And AJ talks about how Kofi deserves a shot at the WWE Championship. But then Randy Orton walks up and says, Kofi deserves a shot at what? No, he doesn't do that again. But he says, you're talking about how someone else deserves a title shot? That's why it took you 15 years to get here. And then he walks away.
And then Styles has his look on his face like, what? But you. And then Randy's like, new world order.
And then he's like,
New world order.
and then Styles is like, oh man, he has to do this to me for 4 more weeks.
I know.
Because Mania.
This will be a Mania match.
Styles is like, I know as soon as he turns the corner, I'm going to think of a good comeback.
Who wins that match?
Dang
Orton
it.
always wins.
Sure.
I mean, it has to be Styles, right?
Does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
No. Because you know what that match is going to be for?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
You know what it should be for? Like at least like the number 1 contender show.
Yeah.
After
I
Mania.
could be down with that.
Which if Kofi wins the belt, you would think Orton would win. But again,
Yeah.
it does not matter.
Right.
Or it should be for bragging rights. Coming May.
That's another
2019.
shitty pay-per-view.
Oh.
No, but we've seen Orton and Styles fight before.
Yeah, we have.
And it's like, oh, well, you're going to see it at Mania. And it's like, all right, we've seen it on SmackDown.
Didn't that where he did like the fake
Yeah.
move and then Orton just falls down?
Yes.
He's like,
Right.
Yeah.
and he loses?
Right. He still lost after that. It was like, wait, what? After like doing the best fake out ever, he still loses?
Right.
So next up, we have Kevin Owens versus Eric Rowan for the main event. Well, kind of the main event match.
Yeah.
With Daniel Bryan on commentary. Rowan knocked Owens out of the ring, and Daniel talked a lot of shit, so Owens attacked him.
Right.
Rowan then ran over Owens, and Daniel attacked him, so the ref called for the bell.
After like 2 minutes.
Yeah, a lot of these, most of the SmackDown matches were really short.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it also took the ref forever to call the bell. Like, Daniel's just sitting on top of him, like, beating the shit out of him.
The ref's like, oh, that's 10 punches. Ring the bell. You get 9.
That's your limit.
Right. So he's getting beat up, but then Mustafa Ali makes his return to save Owens.
Sure.
And I guess KO is a legit babyface because now he's getting saved by other babyfaces.
Yeah.
So I guess it's official.
For now.
He's a babyface. KO will end up hitting Daniel with a stunner, and then Rowan pulls Daniel out of the ring, and Daniel's standing on his own after getting a stunner. What the shit was that?
He was helped.
Yeah, but he was still standing up after a stunner. Like,
right.
Come on now. It's a stunner.
Well, he had his vegan power belt, so he had energy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So next up, Charlotte comes out to the ring, followed by Becky on a crutch, who says, I'm in your head and I'm in Ronnie's head. Last night she hit me with her absolute best, but I'm still here standing, ready to fight. And Becky says, yes, I'm hurt and damaged, but damaged people are the most dangerous because they have nothing left to lose. So Charlotte's like, oh, really? That's great. She kicks the crutch and attacks Becky. But then Becky hits Charlotte with the crutch and puts her in the disarmor. But then the refs show up and pull her off, and Charlotte retreats.
Where were the refs when Becky was getting her ass kicked?
Right.
The refs only help the bad guys.
Yeah.
It's because Vince was like, I like this.
Yeah.
She's beating up Becky. This is, oh, no, get out there. Where's the Spirit Squad? Come on.
Squad.
Come on, Mickey. You're going to want to see some of this, too.
Yeah.
You're going to want some of this shit. Come on out.
Greatest moment.
Come on.
So Becky did her fake move, her fake armbar.
Yes. According to Rousey, it's a fake armbar, which is, I mean, if you did that in real life, that would hurt.
It would.
So it's stupid for her to say that on Twitter.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
mean, it was everything she said on Twitter was stupid.
Enough
is enough
with the Twitter.
Enough.
The big in Big Wireless Provider stands for a lot of things. Big contracts, big bills, and big fees. What Big Wireless doesn't want you to know is there's a way to cut your wireless bill down to just $15 a month. Introducing Mint Mobile, the game-changing company that's taken everything wrong with Big Wireless and made it right. Mint Mobile makes it so easy to cut your bill down to just $15 a month. You can even keep your old number, along with all your existing contacts, with any Mint Mobile plan. There's no more paying for unlimited data that you'll never use. And if you're not 100% satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guarantee. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month, plus free shipping on your Mint Mobile SIM card, go to mintmobile.com/podcast. That's mintmobile.com/podcast. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month and get free shipping on your Mint Mobile SIM card at mintmobile.com/podcast.
All right, so before I ask you guys
Yes.
what your worst dress was, we have a special guest. Because this special someone pledged $50 on Patreon, which means you get to do awards with us. So welcome to the show, Gary Pendleton. Did I say that right?
You said it perfect, and what's wrong with wrestling?
Gary, it sounds like you're on maybe something like
Poison.
poison.
Yo, I got my son's in kindergarten. He used that phrase, so thanks, guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hopefully we didn't get him in trouble.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, I have them usually. So I'm a UPS driver, so I listen to you guys all the time.
Oh, nice.
And
That's awesome.
the kids love wrestling, so the day after I listen to you guys, I'll show them the somewhat PG parts.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it can be a little iffy.
Yeah.
Hey, but so can
perfect.
WWE.
Apologies.
So can WWE. So.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
Same thing.
terrible and good at the same time.
Yeah. All right, so you ready to do awards?
Yeah, man. You know what? I give you guys props. This was hard. These last two, Raw and SmackDown, they had some good moments and some terrible moments. I'm just like, man, I have a long, probably 3 pages of cheat sheets.
Nice.
All right, let's see what you got.
All right, well, let's start things off. Who did you have for worst dressed?
I'm gonna start off with a bang, and I'm probably gonna upset Eric, but Charlotte.
All right.
Too much. She's getting too plastic. I mean, in the ring, she looks good, but in that interview backstage on SmackDown, I'm just like, man, what are you doing to yourself?
She also struggled in that interview.
Yeah.
Oh
street
yeah.
street clothes Charlotte can be hit or miss.
True.
Yeah.
She
It
got
was
rid
just
of
a
the
bad camera angle.
She got rid of the mole too. Did you notice?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, the
That-
wife noticed.
Or it's
you know, the
covered up,
wife.
maybe.
Wife's picking her apart.
Yeah. She got it hacked off. Maybe.
No.
Who did? All right. Well, Joe, Eric, who'd you guys have?
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
That's who I had as well.
I had Zeb Coulter. I don't.
Zeb Coulter. All right. Nice. All right, Gary. Who did you have for best dressed?
Best dress. You know what? I went ahead and let my kindergarten son take this one.
All right.
I don't know how, but this dude is in love with Nia Jax.
Oh no.
Oh, well.
I'm like, you know what, son? At the end of the day, at least I know you won't starve.
Wow.
Yes. You won't starve.
This is the
You
first.
know, when he moves out of the house, at least I know he had dinner.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the first time Nia Jax has ever won best dressed.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
know, and
podcast.
I don't know if I know, bad parenting. Who knows?
We can't air this.
Wow. I know someone is happy hearing about this.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
so
yeah.
far I'm opposite today with you because I had Charlotte on Raw. I thought she looked great in street clothes.
All right.
Yeah.
Eric?
I had Zelina Vega. She looked great.
She did, yeah.
Yeah.
But I filled this out before I saw her, and I wrote Sasha Banks. I liked how Sasha looked, so I'll go with her.
All right.
All right, Gary, what about worst acting?
I had Ronda Rousey. Yo, she needs to slow the fuck down.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know if she's on too much pre-workout or she's just really nervous. But oh my god, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if she's trying to beat the record of how many words you can say in a sentence.
I think
10 seconds.
she's just trying to get through the promo as fast as she can because I
Yeah.
think she's nervous.
It's
Like,
the
I
first
think-
thing people will do wrong when they
Yeah.
speak publicly for the first time is they go way too
Yeah,
fast.
Yeah.
oh, for sure.
I've done it.
I'm
Yeah.
Because you
sure
don't
I'll
want
be
to
the same
forget
way.
anything.
Right.
And the quicker you get it out, the least likely. But then you just jumble everything.
Well, it's not just called comic timing. It's also just timing, right?
Right.
Like, just get your beats. You can't hit your beats if you go fast. You just can't
No.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at all the
And especially
presidents.
for her begging for the titles. Like, come on.
Right.
You're Ronda. You should be like, you know what, Steph, you want me to tear that other arm of yours? You know?
Right.
Exactly.
Forgot
Yeah.
about WrestleMania.
I mean, the best timing is Triple H now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really
All
does.
right. So what about you guys? Worst acting?
Colin Jost.
Colin Jost.
I had there were a lot of nominees this week.
There were.
There were.
Stephanie was bad. Eric Rowan was bad.
Rowan
But
said
usually,
words.
Yeah.
usually a non-wrestling entity showing up to try to pretend to do wrestling or no wrestling
Right.
usually wins this award.
Yeah, I got to go Colin Jost as well.
Yeah.
God, he's so bad.
Yeah, it was terrible. I didn't even know who they were. It's like, why are they getting why are they getting so much TV time?
Yeah, exactly. All right, what about best acting? Who'd you have?
Halfway into SmackDown, the Kevin Owens award was gonna go to Kevin Owens.
There you go.
But-
He knows who the Kevin.
But Samoa Joe, man, I'm just so happy they're finally, hopefully,
Nice.
they book him right. He should have been Brock Lesnar years ago.
Yeah.
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 Samoa
Yeah.
Joe is just badass. He's
All right.
for me, it's like he's real. You can
Yeah.
feel
Right.
it's just in him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who'd you guys have?
I also had Samoa Joe. Yeah, I mentioned earlier how much I loved his promo.
Yeah.
Eric?
I'm going to go with Samoa Joe as well.
Andrew?
Well,
Just because you're going last doesn't mean you have to say what we said.
I don't have to conform.
No.
All right. Well, then I'm going to go with Samoa Joe.
That's
Hold on, say it, Gary. There it is. I've lost my upper registry recently, so I can't.
Can't sweep it.
Yeah.
All right, Gary. What did you have for worst comments?
You know what? I just had the whole Raw Women's Championship, just the whole soap opera, man. With Stephanie, are you heel one week or
Oh my God.
face the other? Is
Yeah.
old timer disease? Vince McMahon gonna come out like, all right, now Carmella's in the match.
Yeah,
Oh God,
right.
no.
It was just I mean, honestly, Becky wins the Rumble. They just got to make a Royal Rumble title. There you go. You run the Royal Rumble. Now you're going to defend it at the next pay-per-view. And if you win it, then you can cash in at Mania. It's stupid.
Oh, my God. Yeah, like the one that Braun won in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, right.
Vince is going to come out and add like Wendy Richter to this female match at WrestleMania.
Oh, yes.
The fabulous Moolah!
Nah, they're probably going to be Joe Rogan. Try to make it real.
Right. Yeah, exactly. What do you guys have for worst comment?
He's a dumbbell.
Yeah, that's what I had, Victor, the Ascension.
Like this is like the Ascension's like 1 week to talk all year.
Right.
And that's what they say.
Right, exactly.
Whenever they talk, they win worst comment.
Yeah. I had Cole goes, live from Philly, it's Monday Night Raw.
Oh, my God.
God.
I was like, guns in the mouth. Yeah.
No, what's wrong with wrestling is Michael Cole. Oh my God.
Yes, definitely. All right, Gary, what about best comments?
I had just Joe's promo after the title win. I mean, he just shows why he deserves the title. But I do want to give honorable mention to the heel Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
It took you 15 years to get here.
Right.
That was a good line.
Heel Randy is the best Randy.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. What about you guys?
Mine came from Corey Graves on Raw. Corey Graves said, forget security. Someone needs to tell Colin how to wear a baseball hat. Yeah. I just thought that was kind of silly, you know. And making fun of the guy that has no business being there.
Right.
You know, it's always good.
Yeah. I'll agree with Gary with the Joe promo being the best comment. It was great.
I had Triple H saying he couldn't be at all of Rick's wedding, so that was so
really
funny.
Good.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right, Gary, what about worst match?
Worst match? I try not to go with the obvious, but to me, Ricochet and Aleister Black versus the Revival. WWE, or mainly Vince, he's just burying these NXT guys. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan. So far, I haven't been a big fan of what they've been doing. I don't know. Just the different vibe, I guess. Raw's too cartoonish, too kid-friendly.
Right.
Yeah. Well, like, the main problem in that match is that Roode and Gable just attacked at a random time.
Right.
Like, they didn't break up a pin, or there wasn't, like, a scuffle. It's like Dash or Dawson got thrown out, and they're like, yeah, let's just beat him up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's your heel turn.
Right.
Yeah. So mine was Natty versus Ruby.
That's what I had.
And their unfinished business after 9 months.
Why are we still seeing this match?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Joe?
I had the gauntlet with Heavy Machinery just wiping the floor with the jobbers.
Okay.
Just
that
so
was
stupid.
that was my slow-mo.
Yeah.
My slow-mo was Natty Ruby.
Okay. Gary, what was your slow-mo?
Natty Ruby. Also, I had to add anything Nia Jax is in.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Eric, slow-mo?
Mine was the Balor Strowman Angle versus Drew Lashley and Corbin.
Yeah, that was
so too.
Gary, what about best match?
Oh, the easy U.S. title match.
Yeah.
That was mine.
That was mine.
Oh.
Do it again, Gary. He does that good.
Yeah.
Very good, Gary.
Learn from the best.
I like it.
Worst move, Gary?
Honestly, I had Eric Rowan's forehead slam. I don't know. You've been out for how many months now in the past couple years, and that's the best you could come up with as your singles finisher?
It's against a smaller guy, too, than you.
Yeah.
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 I don't know, not impressive.
Right. I had Tamina's super kick because,
She gets about 3 inches up.
Yeah.
Yeah, barely lift.
I mean, mine wasn't a move, like, technically. So when Daniel Bryan had Kevin Owens down on the ground, he told Rowan to clear the table, and Rowan walks to the table and is like, Like, he looks at the table and looks at Bryan, and he's like, move it!
What
and
do I
like,
do?
I take this thing off.
Yeah.
Like,
He's stalled.
Yeah, he's never prepared a table before.
Right. He's never prepared a table.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
how happy you guys seeing Mustafa Ali with KO?
Yeah, I don't know.
right.
It didn't really make sense, but I'm glad he's back,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't
Right.
Sami Zayn's not healthy?
know. Right.
I guess
I
not.
don't think
thought he
so.
was.
I don't know. Maybe they're going to keep him separate finally.
Yeah.
Joe?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Gary. The Rowan weird move.
Okay.
Didn't like it.
What about best move?
Go ahead.
Gary.
Go ahead, Gary.
Oh, I actually like the powerbomb to the outside by Andrade. I mean, man.
Oh, yeah, that was really nice.
They gotta let Mysterio and Andrade kick off Mania, not the pre-show, kick off the actual show.
Right.
Like the first match of the
magic.
show.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be their 10th match officially on TV.
Right.
Right.
Number 10.
Mine was Ricochet's 630.
Yeah,
it's
that's nice.
It's mind-boggling how someone can flip that much before hitting the ground. I guess.
I'm gonna go with the relationship team of Aleister Black's Moonsault and Vega's Hurricane Rana.
Yeah. All right.
Wow. I had Vegas Hurricane Rana because I've missed it.
Yeah.
So that was mine.
That's nice.
All right, Gary, what was your worst moment?
Just the whole heavy machinery, the whole angle, the match. It's sad.
It is sad.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, like,
It's
they're a joke tag team, but like they've made them a joke, if that makes sense. Like they were a joke tag team in NXT, but at least it was like fun to watch. This is just, it feels really, I don't know, stupid.
Yeah.
all those jobbers just need to be a faction, a new JOB squad right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Right. Joe, worst moment?
Yeah, SNL guys.
SNL guys.
SNL guys.
Yeah. It was bad. All right, and finally, what was the best moment?
Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
That's what I had,
that's
Samoa Joe.
what it is.
Yeah.
I had the Shield reuniting, but, you know, obviously that's happened many times. Joe
Right.
finally winning a title
Yeah.
is mine.
That has happened never. So.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Something that never happened.
All right. So we need one last one.
What's that? Oh, right. So we all picked that one?
Yep.
All right. Gary?
One more.
What are we doing?
One more sweeping for us.
Oh, sweet boy! I was like,
There we
what
go.
category are we on?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, that's all for awards. Gary, thank you so much for coming on. Is there any last words that you want to say?
I just appreciate you guys. I'm always on the road 10 to 12 hours a day, so all the podcasts you guys bring out.
Awesome,
I
man.
enjoy
What
it.
part of the world are you in?
Yeah, and then I had a new, I guess you guys had a new Patreon today.
Yep.
I had a friend, my friend Ruben.
Oh, okay,
nice.
nice. Cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I've been preaching to wrestling fans, listening to these guys.
That's awesome, man. Thank you.
Yeah, we always
you very much.
appreciate when our fans bring their friends in. You know.
Yeah, man. On Reddit, Facebook.
Just the way you guys
Instagram.
are. Just the way you guys are. I have my group of friends that we always meet up for. Usually now, just the 4 major pay-per-views, just
Right.
to throw a party. It's like a Super Bowl.
Nice.
And Mania's coming up, so it's like, man.
Yep.
Hopefully. I mean, so far wrestling's been looking somewhat decent. Raw is a mess, but SmackDown to me is getting kind of close to the NXT area, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't want
We'll
to
see.
buy in and get disappointed.
Exactly.
As usual.
Right.
Look, there was did they put out the SummerSlam poster, I guess? Was that real?
It was like an ad for buy the travel packages for SummerSlam.
So it had like Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, and the New Day.
And the New
So
Day.
maybe the New Day will be fighting a triple threat at SummerSlam for the WWE title.
Yeah.
That's a lot to
Only
read
in
into
your
from a
dreams.
poster.
It's like
As
foreshadowing.
real as it may seem,
Seriously.
is it only
Nah, they're just
right?
putting everyone you want to see. It's just
Yeah.
a tease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just like the trucks.
Right.
Just random people on the trucks.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again, Gary, man. And hopefully we'll talk to you again someday.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Great
for
job.
sure. It was fun. Appreciate
Great
it,
job.
guys.
Thank you.
See you later.
See ya.
All right.
All right.
Awesome. Another amazing fan. We have some great fans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
we
really
really
good.
do.
He was funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys ready to do some breaking news?
Yeah, let's
hear
break
about
it.
it.
Should I break it? This one sucks. Well, obviously, we already talked about King Kong Bundy, but
Europe.
there were rumors that Dana Warrior joined the WWE creative team, the writing team specifically.
Uh-huh.
And she has now confirmed this on her blog. And I'm going to read what she wrote.
Oh boy.
And then I want you to tell me if she should be a professional writer.
Okay.
Try to count the grammatical errors.
Oh no.
This isn't going to make sense. I have been a writer from earliest memory.
One.
I would sit in my apple green playroom, folding paper, creating makeshift books in which to pour my thoughts, no commas, word upon word, layered with illustrations, created unending volumes, all my own.
It's 3.
All my own?
3.
You mean on my own?
Yeah.
I think all her own thoughts, but it came out wrong, maybe.
So, her logic in the beginning, I have been a writer from earliest memory. So have I.
Yeah.
I mean, she's talking about how she would write when she was in her playroom.
Yeah.
Folding paper. Like, what? Oh, so because you played with, you wrote down shit when you were 4, that makes you a writer?
Yes.
That makes you qualified to be a writer?
Right.
Oh
Jesus.
my God. This is like when Brandy Rhodes became what is she, the chief brand officer or whatever?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
she, like, people were like, well, she's not qualified for that. And she's like, excuse me, I have a bachelor's degree in business. And it's like, that doesn't make you qualified.
make you
to
qualified
be
at
like,
all.
that's so
Like,
Yeah.
you went to college, so did millions of other people.
Right.
I mean, look, can the writing team in WWE get any worse?
Yes. Maybe.
It can get worse?
This
There's
is
no way.
it's still ridiculous to hire her as a
I mean, it
writer.
sounds ridiculous,
They're
but-
just like giving her any job. Or,
Sure.
So stupid.
Whatever.
So we talked about how Asuka was injured. It was at a SmackDown house show on Monday. And according to fans in attendance, Mandy dropped Asuka on her head.
Right on her head.
The ref threw up the X signal, and the match was stopped. Asuka later tweeted, "I'm sorry for worrying you. Hit my back, but that's fine. It's neither concussion nor a neck." And obviously, we found on SmackDown, seems like she's okay.
Yep.
So
Yes.
thank God for that. Also, Ty Dillinger's first post-WWE appearance will be for Atomic Revolutionary Wrestling on June 14th when he faces off against Impact Wrestling's Moose. Dillinger's indie name is Sean Spears.
Is that his real name?
I don't think so.
No, it's not.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a porn name.
Sean
Right.
Spears. That's
Also,
true.
Yeah. Also, Alexa Bliss responded to a fan on Twitter claiming that she's injured again, and she tweeted, "Haha, I'm not."
Ronnie Arneal is his real name.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Right.
There you go.
Any other news?
Let's see. Kenny Omega spoke with Tokyo Sports. Basically, they asked him who his dream opponent would be, and he said AJ Styles. Too bad we won't.
But they
get
fought
to
before, no?
I know, but
Right?
he would want to fight him again
Oh, okay.
because
they fought
both
before?
they have.
Yeah.
But they've
New
both
Japan.
kind of grown.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think everything else I have is rumors.
Well, then, let's go to rumors. Rumors! Kevin Owens wins back the Universal title?
Maybe.
Balor Club to finally get a second member?
Too sweet.
Brock Lesnar willingly works a full schedule?
No chance.
Next year's WrestleMania will be in Saudi Arabia?
Confirmed.
So Wrestling Inc. is reporting the reason Arn Anderson was fired from WWE was because he allowed Alicia Fox to wrestle while intoxicated at a house show. And according to multiple sources, Alicia Fox was ordered to attend rehab, but Fightful.com is saying she didn't go.
And
right
that
now.
she's kind of MIA.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know what she's doing and
Right.
what's going on.
Yeah.
They mentioned that on the show last night, that happened. I was like, oh, I didn't know about this. Like, first of all, is it Alicia Fox's fault for being drunk?
right.
And then what? Arn Anderson's supposed to control how inebriated the wrestlers are?
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird.
I mean...
And would we even know if Alicia Fox was drunk or not? She's a terrible wrestler.
Yeah, maybe maybe she was acting all crazy and it's just like, oh, well, that's classic Alicia Fox.
Right. She's posting on Instagram, so I mean, she's clearly alive or aware of what she's doing.
Yeah, I think
but-
they just meant that she's not showing up to WWE or anything.
And you would think Arn Anderson's like a made man in wrestling.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, according to the rumor was that like this was like the last straw or whatever, like
Yeah.
him and Vince haven't been getting along.
AEW just got a hell of a writer.
Right. But the thing with Alicia Fox is like, just release her already.
Yeah.
If you release her, AEW probably won't even sign her.
Who gives
No.
a shit if they do?
And if they do, who
you
cares?
Want them to. You want them
Yeah,
to.
like they're not. It's not going to help AEW by signing Alicia Fox. Like,
Right.
there's who cares about her?
She would probably end up on TNA.
Right.
That's the best she could.
If she wanted to, yeah,
She'd
like
probably end up on Celebrity Big Brother or something. She's not
right,
gonna go
exactly.
wrestle.
Dancing with the Stars.
She's not going to go. No, she's not that popular.
right.
But she'd probably go just away.
Yeah. Another rumor is that a lot of people within WWE think that Ambrose will end up staying when contract time
It's like
is
the
up.
rumor was he's leaving. Now the rumor is he's staying. So in other words, we don't know anything.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's the kind of guy that doesn't really talk about his business.
Right.
He seems
Clearly
like
not
that kind
even
of
to
guy.
his wife.
Right.
And who knows? Maybe he could just. Maybe he told him he's leaving just to drive the price up.
Yeah.
Negotiating tactics. That's what Brock does every fucking time.
Oh, speaking of.
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently, UFC president Dana White noted after UFC 235 that Brock versus Cormier for the UFC heavyweight championship will be happening. So this means that Vince may be willing to throw more money at Brock to get him to stay.
Right.
Yeah, but Brock's going to do that match. If he wants to do that fight,
Yeah.
he's going to do that fight whether he
Right.
stays in WWE. You know what I mean? He's going to be like, well, Vince, I'll stay, but I'm doing this fight.
According to Wrestling Observer, Vince McMahon doesn't want the perception of guys leaving his company to go to other places.
Sure. I mean,
They've all done it.
but
I know.
Yeah, they all.
Right. Well, they're saying with all the money that they got from the Fox deal that they have the money to throw at him.
They definitely do.
Between Fox and the Saudi Arabia
Right.
shit.
Have the money. He's been with the company for years. They clearly
Yeah.
have the money.
Yeah.
Right.
Before the Fox deal.
Right.
They're overpaying this guy for the 2 hours that he gives you a year.
Yeah, I know.
Of on-screen presence. It's
Like,
retarded.
as a business owner, you
Oh
don't
my
look
God.
at like, okay, what is this product? Because Lesnar is a product to them. Does this product benefit us?
Right.
Ratings don't go up.
They don't.
People don't pop for him.
Well,
No one cares
the
that
other,
he's
the
there.
other argument is, well, the pay-per-views that he's on like do way better. Well, he's on WrestleMania. He's at Royal Rumble. He's only on the big ones,
Yeah.
so they're going to do better anyway. So it's
Exactly.
hard to compare that because he's never on the other random shitty ones. Like,
Exactly.
Except for like Great Balls of Fire that one time,
Yeah.
and I don't know how that did.
I just think WWE is making a lot of money right now, which is kind of funny because
Yeah.
the product's not great, but they're
Right.
they're a bankable business, so they can afford to pay Lesnar all this money and throw him out there once in a while.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, do you want to see Seth Lesnar that match?
Yeah, I do.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I mean that being said, we're purists, like a lot of our fans, and we just don't want him to be champion. Like if he was going to pull an Undertaker or a Triple H or a John Cena
See, and
and
that-
wrestle 3 times a year without the title, I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
Sure, he's
Yeah.
a monster. See if anyone can beat the monster today. But to hold the title
Right.
and keep it off of television makes no sense in any capacity.
No, it doesn't.
Zero. You had a rule for years that you have to defend the title every 30 days.
Yeah.
He defends it twice a year.
I was watching an old interview with Vince when he was on Off the Script. This is the Canadian
Yeah.
show where they would have all the wrestlers on. And Vince, this was like 2004. Obviously, his opinions have changed since then. But they were talking about, he was talking about some wrestlers that recently left, like Stone Cold. He's like, well, he would be a part-time guy. The Rock would be a part-time guy. And we just don't want part-time guys. We'd be investing too much money and not getting enough return. And yet, this is exactly what he does with Brock Lesnar now.
Someone just put
Yeah.
that clip on in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Just like around the
Right.
office.
Someone
Right.
tweet.
Hey, Vince, I found this old clip. I'm just going to play it on a loop constantly for the next
Someone
24
tweet that to him every single day.
Yeah.
Hey Vince, look at this. Look at this, Vince.
Has he
Should
ever?
we?
Has he ever
Just
used
hammer
his
him?
Twitter?
Yeah, no.
You think he's ever used his
Oh,
Twitter?
God, no.
Like, no way.
And the people that are in charge of it are probably like, we know. Thank you, Joe. Those
He doesn't even know what his Twitter password is.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, Dave Meltzer's reporting that there's been rumors is Ronda Rousey going to leave. Well, he's saying again that she's leaving after Mania.
Right.
So
Couple more things. Jason Jordan is sitting in on creative meetings. I guess he's probably never going to wrestle again, so they like him, so they might throw him on
Yeah.
the writing team like they've done with the guys before.
like Dana Warrior. Yeah, you're the
Yeah,
same.
this creative team's really shaping up.
So
You
there's
guys are in
also-
charge of the main feuds. So
Yeah.
great.
And there's also a rumor going around that maybe Kevin Owens joins Daniel Bryan at Fastlane, like kind of joins his faction with like a finger poke of doom type of situation.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be fine with him joining the. Well, I don't know.
If that helps us get a Kofi Kingston WrestleMania match,
Well, I
then
think that happens anyway. But Kevin Owens, I don't think the Kevin Owens character now, of course, is WWE and they can screw it up. But the Kevin Owens character wouldn't join someone to be like their number 2 guy and not have the belt. Like the Kevin Owens character always wants the title.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Daniel, I'll join you and I'll just hang around and then turn on you one day so I can take that title.
Right.
But he's already getting a match, so I don't see that happening. But, we'll see. All right. Is that all for rumors?
Yeah.
Well, then it's trivia time.
All right.
Fastlane trivia. Here we go.
Here we go. I couldn't find anything. So I went with King Kong Bundy.
Okay.
3 facts and a fib.
All right.
Okay.
Just did 4 this week.
Good.
3 facts and a fib.
All right.
Number 1, he defeated Tony Atlas in just 9 seconds at WrestleMania 1.
Okay.
Number 2, he debuted in 1985, managed by Jimmy Hart. Number 3, he was traded to Bobby Heenan for Adrian Adonis and the Missing Link. They actually had a trade. Number 4, would make the ref count to 5 instead of 3 often in his matches, in his squash matches.
First one's a fib.
Okay. That's Eric's opinion.
What was the first one?
Defeated
beat
Tony
Tony.
Atlas in just 9 seconds at WrestleMania
See,
1.
Eric has... Don't you have all the WrestleManias?
Does he have them?
Well, am I competing again? I don't know. I'll get.
If you
Eric
agree
was
with him or not.
Very
you guys always
confident.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the 5 count because I thought that was someone else that did like a 10 or whatever. I remember as a kid you told me that some wrestler would do like give me 10. But are you very confident with that?
I'm like 99% sure.
I'll go with the 5 count.
When I was a kid, I often told you that King Kong Bundy would make them count to 5.
I thought it was 10.
That's a long time. Like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
What? 10. 4. 5. No, he would make them just do 2 more. And it was after he completely destroyed a jobber who was like passed out.
Yeah.
Like count to 5. Oh yeah, you can do that against Hogan?
Right.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Let's see. He was traded to Bobby Heenan. They had trades back then.
Raw and SmackDown trade or
Raw and SmackDown for Adrian Adonis and the Missing Link, who I think I'm too young for. I don't remember the Missing Link, but he was around right when I started watching wrestling and stuff. I think. Why do you think you're so right? You're so confident. Why?
Because I read an article today
That said,
that he beat someone else at WrestleMania really
Who did he
quick.
beat?
I don't remember the name, but it wasn't Tony Atlas.
I was gonna say Junkyard Dog, but that would have also clued you in.
Yeah.
That it wasn't either one of those guys.
Right.
It was SD Special Delivery Jones.
Yep.
And he beat him in 9 seconds, and they put WWE said 9 seconds, but it was actually at least 17 seconds from bell to pin.
Nope,
Yeah.
that's official.
But so you're right.
Thank you.
That is the fib.
So Eric cheated. Okay, now we know how Eric wins.
You should have
Trivia.
just lied to us and said, "I know my WrestleManias." We would have believed it.
Right.
Yeah,
You are the historian.
right.
So, what are we? Fan questions?
Let's do fan questions
All right.
first.
Okay.
Here we go. Trace Browning, if you could take the appearance, in-ring skill, and mic skills of any different 3 wrestlers, past or present, who would you pick for the 3?
okay, what are we picking?
In-ring skill,
Shawn Michaels?
appearance, and mic skills.
Appearance, I probably have to go with Shawn Michaels. And then mic skills, Shawn Michaels, I guess.
All right, so in-ring skill, Shawn Michaels.
I'll go Shawn Michaels for that.
Appearance.
Rick Rude. That dude was chiseled out of marble.
I'd probably do the Warrior. Like, he was chiseled and huge.
Yeah.
Had the hair, had all the hair.
I would say appearance, The Rock, mic skills, Flair.
Yeah.
Mic skills, I would say The Rock, but Flair's obviously a
Just to
great
get
one.
both of them,
Yeah.
or maybe appearance, Flair. I mean,
He was the greatest. I mean,
Flair in his prime.
he had the hair.
right.
Yeah.
All right, good.
What about stunners? What about if you could take anyone's stunner? I'd take my stunner.
What is the question?
If you could take the appearance, yeah, that'd make a pretty good wrestler. Probably the best of all time.
Yeah.
David Wagner, who would you want to see Champ Seth face at Mania next year? Gargano, Ciampa, or Dream?
Seth?
Yeah.
Gargano, Ciampa, or Dream?
I want to say
I would
Dream.
I would say Gargano. 'Cause every one of
Gargano.
his matches are historic.
Yeah.
I would say Gargano.
He'd be like, I invented another new one. It's a 12-star. So 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, hold on, 5, 6. Like, he'll keep inventing stars. If that match
Especially if
happens.
it happens in Japan.
He just
Right.
did a 6-star, right?
No, 7.
He's up to
He's
7.
up to 7.
So all the 4-star matches that were almost 5s are now shit. They're
They
mediocre.
suck.
They're garbage. They mean nothing.
7 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's from New York. No, I would do Gargano. If you watch, if you're on Patreon, watch our WWE 2018 or 2018, right? Yeah, 2018 draft. WWE 2018 draft where we did a draft and then we made our own pay-per-views. Seth versus Gargano was one of my matches, my dream matches.
That's a hot one.
Raphael B, how does Tori Wilson go in before Sable?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
That is a good point because they both were not good wrestlers. Sable was the champ, even though she was a horrible wrestler.
Tori was never the champ,
she's Brock Lesnar's wife. I mean,
who cares? That's true. She is Brock. I don't know. Everything I've read and heard is that even though Brock still works for WWE, like she hates them. Remember, really? she sued Vince McMahon for like sexual harassment. How long ago was that? But she did it.
I don't remember.
That's crazy that they'll still do business with Brock, but I guess they know how to separate them.
Right. Stephen Haven, did you guys ever consider being a wrestler? If not, what's the craziest career you genuinely thought about doing?
We were all actually wrestlers.
Yeah. We've all wrestled in front of crowds.
Yes.
For a comedy show. But yeah, growing up, that was like my dream. I wanted to do Tough Enough because Tough Enough was out like when I think the first one I was like 14 or 15, and I was like, as soon as I turn 18, I'm trying out for Tough Enough.
And then you're 17 and they canceled
it. Now, with that being said, I didn't know at the time, but I should have just went to wrestling schools if I really wanted to be a wrestler. That's like the shit. I should have done that.
Right.
Yep, me too.
But yeah, I wanted to be a wrestler as a kid. I think that speaks for all of us.
Yeah,
right.
Same here.
I don't think we realized when we're kids how attainable it might have been.
Right.
We're like, you have to be 7 feet tall
Yeah.
and do flippity do. Like, no, you just have to be amazing on the microphone.
Really? Yeah.
Something that we kind of have.
Yeah, when I
And then we became big.
Right.
or at least, you know what I mean?
When I heard it Tough
we're
Enough, I
tall.
was like, oh, this is how you become a wrestler. Like, so.
And now Eric would be a monster on NXT. Those guys are so tiny.
Standing next to Ciampa and
Oh
Gargano.
my God, Gargano.
They'd be like, oh my God, the 7-footer.
El Humongo.
Damian Kite, who should Samoa Joe go up against Mania? It's pronounced Kit, by the way. Okay, I didn't read that till later. I should have had you read these since you selected them.
Yeah.
It's got to be somebody
Damian
good.
Kit. Well, yeah, we said John Cena, right? That'd be a good
Cena
one.
would be good, I
Because we
guess.
haven't seen that yet, right? Or have we? Have we seen that?
No,
Joe?
we haven't seen Cena and Joe.
Are you sure?
so.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if we haven't seen it, then sure.
Yes.
And if we have, I guess
Because they
we
wrestled
forgot.
each other when they were like in the Indies in Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
And apparently their matches were amazing. So I would,
Okay,
they have
so
chemistry.
So Dream Match, he has an open challenge at Mania.
Yeah.
Velveteen Dream.
Oh, well.
Dream.
That'd be amazing.
Dream, sure.
Be good too, yeah. Why not?
But realistically, Cena.
But you also want Cena to retire Kurt Angle. So he's going to have 2 matches?
He's going to have like 5 matches.
It'll be for the U.S. title.
He's
It's
also
going to be Cena Mania.
He's also going to win the Andre Battle Royal.
Yes.
And then at the end, he calls out the Undertaker again, but he
Undertaker
doesn't show
comes
up.
out
But Undertaker
and
doesn't
he
show
beats
up.
him. Or he pins his clothes. He's like, he sees the clothes. He's going to pin the clothes.
No, the show just ends with Cena going, Undertaker! And then he doesn't come out, and then that's it. And
Vince
then
is
Cena,
like, they're going to want to come back next year.
and then Cena just walks to the back slowly, like Roman Reigns did last year.
They play like the theme from the Hulk when he's hitchhiking. Yeah.
I mean, he could come out on the Raw the next night and be like, next year, I'm going to fight The Undertaker, and it's going to be for the WWE title, which he literally did, foreshadowing it a year in advance,
Right.
saying, neither one of them are champion. I'm going to fight him next year, and it's going to be for the title.
At All Elite Wrestling.
How are you going to know? Right.
Yeah, exactly. Orlando Alvarado, should we expect the NXT call-ups having a match at Mania, the WrestleMania kickoff show after this Andrade Mysterio fiasco at Fastlane?
I don't know. I hope not, but probably.
Yeah.
Anthony Parrish after Raw, much like last year when they had nothing for Braun heading into Mania. Does he win the tag titles with Colin Jost?
Oh, God. Oh, I really hope not.
That'd be the only thing worse than Nicholas.
Yeah.
I think that happens now.
Anthony.
Why did we say those words out loud?
I got to give you props. That was really funny.
Yeah.
He wins it with Colin Jost. And Michael Che is just like, on the ringside.
He beats the shit out of him. Jost is just like on the mat, like laying down. And to win the match, he picks up Jost and just slams him down on whoever they're fighting.
Yeah.
And he just passed out and pins him.
And then Nicholas comes out with a chair and he's like, "What the fuck, Braun?"
And then
This
he costs
is
him
my
the match.
thing.
And then Nicholas's dad is like, "Don't swear."
And the whole time Cole's like, "But that's what Nicholas does.
Yeah.
But that's what Nicholas does."
Oh, and then the whole fucking stadium just leaves.
Yeah.
They just all leave.
That'd be so amazing.
And then Nicholas's dad is like, "You're out of here!" And then the mom grabs him by the ear and takes him backstage.
How much further can we go? I think we need to stop.
Yeah, we can stop there.
Velveteen Drew, if you could only pick one person to win the championship at Mania this year, would it be Becky, Kofi, or Rollins?
Becky.
Here's the thing.
Rollins. I don't know.
I would have said
Rollins.
Here's the thing. I would have said Becky a week or two ago, but I'm kind of soured on this feud. I still want Becky to win, but I think I would pick Rollins right now.
Yeah.
If I could choose one.
I would pick Rollins just so we get the title back.
Right. That's it.
Because, like if Charlotte wins, okay, you fuck the fans again, but
By SummerSlam,
there.
Becky will
she
get
could
her
win it again, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Gabriel Ballin, in the upcoming Hulk Hogan biopic, which actors or wrestlers would you cast for the following roles? Macho Man, Warrior, Linda, Brooke Hogan, Brutus the fucking barber.
Hogan.
Brutus the fucking barber? I thought I texted you guys last week that maybe Michael Keaton would make a good Vince, but he's also too old
Yeah.
for like an 80s biopic.
Right.
So it's still tough, but
I'd have to think about these. I mean, I don't know. Who would do a good Macho Man?
I don't know that Brooke Hogan's going to be in this movie. Pretty sure this movie's going to take place in the 80s,
Yeah.
90s,
Right.
Right. Man,
Hopefully there's not a part of the movie where they're like filming Hogan's Knows Best. Like, keep the sex tape out of the movie.
get Will Ferrell to be Brutus Beefcake.
Will Ferrell could, character actors to play wrestlers for sure.
Yeah. Macho Man. Man, I don't know. Joe?
Bradley Cooper.
Ooh, that'd be a good one too.
Oh, that could be good, yeah.
Yeah, Bradley. Yeah, because he plays the raccoon in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, a dream casting would be Heath Ledger because I think he could do anything.
Right.
Sure. Steven Stafford, if Seth Rollins wins the title at Mania, which wrestler should he feud with first?
He will feud with Roman, but who he should feud with is probably McIntyre.
Yeah, I like McIntyre.
The problem is he's faced all these guys already, so it's
Right.
like no matter what, it's
Who's
not
left?
going to be fresh.
Right.
Oh, of course.
Joey Montez, which wrestler would you like to fight in real life?
Kurt Hawkins, because obviously I'd win.
Good one.
Sweep it.
Sweep it.
Swept.
Or Gargano because it would be an amazing match.
Yeah.
Well, I thought he said in real
It
life.
would be super one-sided.
Well, he said fight in real life, meaning you're fighting.
Oh. Well, clearly Braun Strowman's partner last year, Nicholas.
Yeah.
He's a wrestler.
Ain't
He's a
even
fucking champion.
Yeah.
So he's like in the WWE alumni on the website.
Yes.
No, he's not, but he should. Franklin Roman, could they make a women's hardcore title? I think it could bring a lot more entertainment to the division. Plus, it's
There's
a
no
good
way.
excuse to trash the Divas title.
Nope.
Oh, they would make it out of the Divas title.
That would be fun.
That would be funny, though.
They can't even make a men's hardcore title.
No.
Because you're not like, how could you have a hardcore match without blood? I mean, they do it, but
Right.
it's stupid.
They still have blood. Give me a break.
Once in a while.
Once in a while. All right.
All right, well, now it is time for Fastlane predictions. Thank you, Fabio Morbido, for making them as always.
Yeah.
And Eric, you lucked out this time because the scorecard, I mean, it's like there's not a lot going on.
There's
And the
not.
winners are kind of obvious.
Yeah.
So you might be retaining again,
Maybe.
you lucky
Yeah.
bastard.
You bastard.
You bastard.
You're a little bastard.
But we'll see, because I would have won last time if I would have just taken my point. I'm taking my point this time.
Woulda, coulda,
I'm not putting any surprise appearances.
Yeah.
All right, but first off, we have Becky versus Charlotte. Who do you got?
I've got Becky with a pin.
What?
Lock of the century, Becky with a submission.
Wait, why did I put pin?
I don't know, but it's on there. It's in gold. Andrew?
I have Becky with a pin.
Oh.
Because I think
both forgot.
she subs Charlotte at Mania. Like, save the submission
I
for
would
Charlotte
do
at
the pin
Mania.
at Mania. 1,
Becky's-
2, 3 to end the show.
Becky's still. Well, they're not going to do that. They don't do that. They're not going to do that.
They're not going to do what?
She's going to win with her submission. at
Yeah,
Mania.
I think so.
Oh, we'll see.
But fuck, what was it? Yeah, I got Becky with a pin.
Okay.
I think like because
And
she's
that's
injured.
the difference in all of our cards. So if it's a submission, I win the title.
I think because she's injured, maybe like a roll-up win or something lame like that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
SmackDown Tag Team Championships: the Usos versus Miz O'Mac, whatever the fucking name is.
I got Usos with a pin. I got Jay pinning Shane.
I got the Usos winning. I have Jay pinning the Miz.
I have Jay pinning the Miz. I almost had. I thought maybe Miz and McMahon would win here and then kind of go crazy, but
And I
don't think so.
I have Miz's dad with outside interference. No, I'm just kidding. That's not on
No,
here.
I think that's probably right.
Miz's dad.
Like turns on some. I
He
don't
joins
know.
the Uso penitentiary.
I don't know what he does.
And he next
But something weird.
Right.
Like they keep talking about him too much.
live sex celebration.
Hey, Dad, you want to turn and do this fun stuff with me?
Yep.
Okay. Next up, we have the Shield versus Corbin McIntyre and Lashley.
Eric has Corbin McIntyre and Lashley.
I can't believe it.
I have the Shield.
I have the Shield as well.
I have the Shield as well.
Yeah, you considered it.
We had to talk you into it. I don't know why Joe
right.
did that.
Yeah.
I have Roman pinning Lashley.
I have Roman pinning Corbin.
Roman pinning Corbin is correct.
I think Roman fights Corbin at Mania. That's why I didn't pick Corbin.
Well,
And then any outside interference?
I put no because I'm pretty sure Leo Rush is dead.
I say yes because if he's not dead, you've got Elias. That could be.
Yeah, I have yes. I have yes for outside
I
interference.
didn't think
and
about
it will
Elias.
be Leo Rush.
All right.
Yeah.
SmackDown Women's Championship, Asuka versus Mandy.
Asuka with the submission. Yes, with outside interference.
Yeah, just go ahead and cross that whole thing off. Andrew, anything different?
No.
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 All right.
No.
Mandy better not win that. All right, Women's Tag Team Championship, Bayley and Banks versus Nia and Tamina.
Don't you think it would make sense for Nia and Tamina to win it here?
No!
Cheat, and then they can win it back at Mania?
No, that's stupid.
No, they're fighting Lita and Trish. We know it's
right,
fucking that's confirmed.
Yeah. That's confirmed.
You say that, yet you wrote Bayley and Banks.
Well, that's how I asked.
Is that their name now? B&B?
B&B.
It's better than Hug and
Fuck.
Connection.
Yeah.
I have Bayley pinning Tamina, no outside interference.
I've got Bayley pinning Tamina, no outside interference.
I have Sasha, the correct choice, pinning Tamina because she just lost to her. No outside interference.
So Sasha's going to pin.
Yeah, she's done it before.
When?
They should do that combo move.
Yeah, but then Bayley gets the pin.
Well,
because she
this
does
would
an
be
elbow
Sasha.
drop or the belly to belly.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bayley or Sasha's
No, I think
ever
this
won.
is not going to be very clean. There's going to be a lot of dirty, weird mess where Sasha will grab a quick pin or something. That's
right.
what I think will happen.
All right, and then finally we have the. Oh, you know what? We have other matches that I got to
Okay.
add later.
Yeah.
So let's get to those first. Andrade versus Rey Mysterio on the pre-show.
Ray with a pin.
Ray with a pin.
Well, I guess we didn't need to do that
We
one.
didn't do that one.
Yeah, Ray with a pin. And then we have the Raw Tag Team titles, which is the Revival versus Rude and Gable versus Ricochet and Aleister Black.
I've got Dash pinning Gable.
Dash pinning Rude.
I have Dash pinning Gable.
Jesus,
So
these
Revival.
cards are all the same.
And then finally, we have the WWE Championship. Daniel Bryan beating Kevin Owens. Do we all have that?
Yeah.
Daniel
Yeah.
Bryan with a pin.
Pin.
And yes, for outside interference.
For sure.
All right. Any surprise appearances, boys?
All right,
Nope.
so mathematically, we are exactly the same on the top. So let's see who wins on the bottom.
Yeah.
Announcer tables. I have one. That should be different. Eric?
I have one.
Andrew?
I have 3. Now, hear me out. I think all 3 bad guys get the Shield power bomb through those 3 tables.
Okay.
No, but okay.
Well, if it is, I win this whole thing.
2 points.
What's the opening match?
Women's title for SmackDown.
Oh, like Asuka, maybe.
Yeah.
Asuka Mandy. So the shitty
SmackDown
match is
tag.
going to start this pay-per-view.
SmackDown tag.
I have the women's tag.
Oh, I'll win this. Good.
Okay.
Next.
What's the main event?
Becky
Shield.
Lynch.
Becky? No.
Her getting into Mania for sure.
No.
Nope. I've got the Shield match because it's Roman's return. Roman main event.
We all have something different.
What do you have?
I have the WWE Championship.
Interesting.
Hey,
You mean for the opening? You might have put that in the wrong place.
it main evented the last pay-per-view.
I almost put that for the opening.
I think if it does, that'll be the first time ever it's main evented 2 pay-per-views in a row.
Right. Yeah.
Not since the Hogan era.
That will be the first time it's main evented since Roman has been there.
Right. Yeah. And then is there a clear heel or face turn on the show?
I'm going to say yes.
Tell me who.
Miz.
Kevin Owens. The Miz. If the Miz's dad gets involved, does that count?
Wait, you're going to count a heel turn with Miz's dad? Miz's dad turn heel?
Yeah.
He kind of already is heel.
Yeah.
Wait, would that count? Yes or no?
I think that's why Jay pinned Shane, because Miz.
Would that count? Yes or no?
If Miz attacks his son, if Miz's dad attacks Miz, fine.
Okay, then yes. I waited for you to ask me that question.
What is that? The rules are you have to fill this out before.
I thought you said we weren't doing it. That's why I left it.
No, you said leave it in. I said okay.
Why? You never listened to me.
Fine. I'm not taking that, though. I think the turn happens on SmackDown. Like Miz beats up Shane on SmackDown.
Sure.
I don't think he turns on him right there.
Yep.
But we'll see.
Well, I'm retaining.
All right. There it is.
All right, Eric.
And that's a show.
Yeah. Watch me retain my title.
Will you be here this time?
No.
You have to be here to accept it. If you win.
That's what
Yeah.
you think.
Shock.
Oh man, I have to do a podcast.
Oh man, I gotta do a lot of driving for a shitty pay-per-view. At least the Rumble's worth it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
My house, I'll feed you.
Well, but then we have to come back here.
Oh, God forbid.
To record it.
God forbid. One of us has to come back anyway.
But
That's
you
fine.
live here.
I don't care.
All right.
I don't care. As long as we end up back here.
We'll figure it out.
Whatever.
Let's
continue this conversation off air.
You got it.
Wait, I forgot to say, make sure you subscribe to our podcast and give us a 5-star review. Make sure you check out our website, what'swrongwithwrestling.com. Like the show on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, @WrongWrestling. We have t-shirts at ProWrestlingTees.com/what'swrongwithwrestling for just $19.99. And you can become a supporter of the show at Patreon.com/what'swrongwithwrestling for exclusive rewards and recaps like Fastlane and the Hogan debate coming later this month. Check it out! Yeah! And NXT.
You do it, brother.
Like Stone Cold Steve Austin, it kinda looks like Kevin Owens. Dean Ambrose is in his daydreams, and Charlotte is in his sex dream. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Obnoxious, crazy, loud, egocentric, no doubt that's Joe. Self-proclaimed strongest and best-looking man in the world. Loves wrestling, but only part-time. Strong, big players, pretty sublime, yeah. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Every circle's loved, and he can't really hold in his piss. He made #push Eric Gallo, push him off a cliff. He doesn't think Stacy Kubler is that high, and we almost forgot Josh. He's just a troll. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Always kill
Lashley.